What is going on, everybody? Hello. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Twitch. And I see there's a new option. I can go live on Instagram, but I have to manually do it. And then the chat won't show up and we can't see theirs. They can't see ours. So I think that'd have to be a solo thing if you want to go live on Instagram. But that is a feature. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you checked out the picture from Derek over in the UK at Delos Logos 3D printing. He's doing a Hulk that's bigger, a lot bigger than my alien. And let me show you a picture real quick. He dropped in a little bit ago before I went live and he showed me an arm. That is monstrous. That is just amazing. That is huge. He's up to like 50 rolls of filament on this Hulk giant project. He's doing a commission for somebody on it. Very, very cool. Yeah, we're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube and we stream anywhere from 2 to 3 hours every Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific. I used to be at 1 o'clock and then I went to 10 o'clock and now I'm at 12 o'clock last week, this week, and going forward, I'll be doing it at 12 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, let me bring in somebody else we got in the back room and we'll start talking about this, that, and everything. And I got my new Haltien 60-watt fiber laser I've been working with. It's a steep learning curve. I have a lot to figure out because it ain't like you click on this and port these settings and it just works. You have to figure out a lot of different things, and I've got different makers that have been helping me in the community. And I wish there was the repository that's, you know, for the 60-watt fiber laser with the 110 lens that I have on it and says these settings are pretty close, and then I could run with it. But I haven't found that site yet. But let me bring in the person we got in the back room and we'll get going. Please like, subscribe, share. Derek, thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. And here we go. Let's see who we got back here. Matt, long time no see, buddy. It's been a whole 7 days. How you been?
I know, whole 7 days.
Matt is my co-host. Right. I've been live streaming for a couple years now, and Matt has only missed maybe 2 episodes. So Matt is like my co-host. He is always here, no matter what, always here with me. And he has a kitty there, so kitty cam. So anyway, what have you been up to, Matt? What's going on, my friend?
Not much. Been kind of winding down for Christmas, and I do have a charity project what I do between the New Year and basically between Christmas and New Year. I have one project what I want to do, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right now or not. If I wait till January. So yeah. First of all, I have to get some white filament. I'm out of polymaker. Nick, if you're listening.
Da Vinci, I'm not sure if you're the one that left a comment on my live stream a few days ago, but when I was trying to post my PayPal thing, I accidentally deleted the comment. I think that might have been you that left the comment, and I accidentally deleted it. And at the top of YouTube, it says, I apologize for deleting your comment. That was a mistake on my part, and I couldn't undo it once I deleted it. Yeah, welcome everybody. I see we got Maker Viking, PC Van Lit. Let's see, Guy the Jedi. Hello. Dale McCormick. Delos Logos 3D Printing. Derek. Numeric. I think it's Numeric. 1871. Nipa. Hello and hello. Dusty Knuckles. Hello, Dale McCormick. I just said that. HC. Welcome in, everybody. We currently got 20 people watching on both platforms total. We got 15 on YouTube and 6 on Twitch. Those numbers will grow quite a bit during the stream, depending on who else is streaming.
Is it better now, Make a Viking?
There you go.
My
now
mic.
now we can hear you good. You were low, but I thought it was normal.
Sorry. Yeah, I normally push my mic out of the way because the cat always walks through here, and she keeps rubbing her head against it, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, kitty, don't put any more spit onto my nice, beautiful microphone."
Pete, what is going on, my friend? How are you doing today?
Because every time when cats do this with their head, they're actually spitting on you. Every time they leave little tiny traces of spit on you. So
I haven't had a cat many years. I've got some relatives that are allergic to cats, so I no longer have cats. I have 2 dogs, though. Bill Overbought, what's going on, buddy?
I got one of those too, one dog.
Yeah, it's been an amazing week. And when I got on earlier, Matt's like, why are you kind of down? You're kind of like this. But when I go live, I perk right up and I act different than I feel, put it that way. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, I've got my 60-watt fiber laser from Haltien. And yeah, it weighs a little over 100 pounds. I'm learning how to do stuff on it. I just got to research, learn, test, do this, do that. Here's a couple things I can show you, though. On a business card, there's that. If it's not going to focus real well, there's that Star Wars logo I did on a CNC a long time ago. That was just a test. And then I got some colors on steel. Jeremy with HTL Holsters has helped me try to dial in some settings. So I need to make a bunch of these. Every type of material I might want to engrave in color, I'll need to do a bunch of tests on it. So I just run a cleaning pass over it. That's that lighter color silver right here. So, and then I downloaded this coin file, and this I got off center, as you can see. It's a Terminator, but I can't read the text and the T800 below. It's not coming out right. So I have to experiment with some settings. So before I started, it was just a coin blank. It looked like that, a brass blank. And it's not right, but it will be. Just takes time to figure it out. This I did from the get-go, but it's Patrick with Light Source Engraved me, helped me tweak my settings to get this. It's not very deep. And then before that, I was tinkering with some other settings. But anyway, I'm not where I want to be, but at least I got it and I'm learning. So yeah, I got Patrick from Light Source Engraving sent me a ton of sample material the other day. And yeah, I'm so grateful. I mean, it saved me a bunch of money buying all kinds of different sample materials, and I've got a lot to learn, but this will be probably my only fiber laser I ever own. I see no reason to ever test and review another one. This is a 60 watt. It's got plenty of power, and it should be able to do with whatever I want. I got a 200 and a 300 millimeter lens. I got 3 lenses for it. HC, how you been?
No. I did make a little chicken.
Chicken or chicken?
Chicken.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh no, we got somebody else coming in, a famous maker. He does a lot of great content. You need to follow him over on YouTube. We got Zach coming in from Zachary 3D Prints. What is going on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going there?
Hey,
So
Zach.
if you were bummed out, I tried to hype everybody up in the back room so they come on with a smile. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. A little bit ill, a little coldness, but
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. It's the time of the season again.
right around this time when temperatures are changing or when people usually get sick, I keep my house, the heater set at 77 at all times all winter, but I have a fan in my bedroom that kind of blows on me. I don't have it oscillating, but enough of the air must be hitting me that I usually wake up in the morning, my throat's kind of bothered me, my nose is kind of bothered me, so I need to turn the fan off. I have it in there mainly for noise, or in the summertime I have it blowing on me, but yeah, I got to do something about that fan.
Yeah, at this moment it's 25 degrees C. I think the wife put the heater down downstairs. There's the little control knob. But further, no, it's fine here. The bamboo is printing. Yeah, it is printing.
You got a P1S.
Yeah, with the combo.
Already. My prime is here. My filament. Keep going, guys. Keep talking. Keep everybody happy. We got 10 rolls of
but I already had one failed print. Supports was knocked over. I had a very similar issue yesterday during the live stream. I hear the little ticking sound when the nozzle was going from one point to the other point, and yeah, it's something that I just pulled off from Maker World, pre-supported. So I was like, okay, just take in the plates and let's see what happens. And
I hate pre-supported. I'd rather let the slicer do it.
yeah, I don't know how the person did this, but it knocked over the two supports. So I need to see if I can still salvage this. But I think it's going to be part for the filament winding system. Looks very cool, very amazing, very colorful as well. This is, by the way, the filament that was as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I have used the rings, but they are so tight fit. I did try it. I have to really press it in hard, and I had already two spools. Locking
Right.
the whole mechanism. I had
Oh.
to insert it again. I think I tried 3 or 4 times, and every single time it just locks everything up. So I'm going for the option to go from the cardboard spool to a normal spool. There is one other spool there from bamboo. I respooled that one by hand and then a power drill. But it is, yeah, it's going to go in the first video after the unboxing.
Mm.
Well, I had 2 orders of 5 coming from Polymaker through Amazon, and the lady just dropped off 5, and she checked her thing. So I need to check my tracking because both boxes should have been on the same truck. Hello, Jack. How you doing today, buddy? Non-fam, hello. But I got 5 rolls, so I have enough to get started on my Alien. So sometime next week, I should get the other video done where I got the upper torso done on the Alien. Then I got to figure out how to attach it to the legs with that at the waist without gluing it. Because if I glue it together, it'll never ever leave the house. So, Otter Danger Dan Shane, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Here's a link. If anybody would like to drop in on camera, would love to have you.
Let me guess, Jerry. The filament color is black.
Yeah.
How do I guess it? Huh?
I don't care for black as far as for showing on camera, just like white. But since it's Alien, and I figured if I don't get around to getting it painted right away, oh, wait a minute, we got somebody in the back room. I don't know how long he's been here. He looks like he shaved his head.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my gosh!
How long have you been there? 5 minutes?
Minute or 3.
Okay. How are you doing?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got a good
well, I
week.
made the Alien I made black in case I don't get around to painting it right away. At least it looks like the Alien. Because if I would have got all kinds of different colors, it'd look kind of crazy. So I figured at least do it in black.
Especially for these kind of projects where you eventually going to paint it in the end. I mean, white, gray, black, that are the most perfect colors to do that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to prime it. I'll have to prime it gray or black or whatever color I choose to prime it. Depending on the top coat, depends on what the base coat should be. But I'll have to lightly sand the whole thing and then putty some seams here and there, which are obvious. And, yeah, and then throw
maybe
some
a
primer
weird
on
question.
Sure.
Weird question. Which kind of color does get the Alien? Because
Alien,
seen
I looked
several movies, but it's going to be a little bit glossy, black, purplish kind of color.
I've watched a couple videos on YouTube where people they 1 second back room I see you where they have a bunch of big props and they're different shades of blue and green and black, and depending on the movie the shades change. So I'm gonna have to look at some pictures, contact Wicked, say was this from which movie, Aliens, and then try to figure out what it should look like and try to match that best that I can. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Shane Otter's Danger Den coming in. Hello, Shane.
Hey,
How's it been?
hello.
Let's move that over a bit. That's been pretty busy. Kind of an exciting week here. So
Cool.
You won Megabucks?
No, just transition. I lost my job on a Friday and got a job on that Monday. So and then got paid by both companies for the week, I guess. So
cool.
so it's been an interesting week, taking care of all that stuff. So.
And the Alien, I can't airbrush it. I do have an airbrush. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do on that. I'll use rattle cans to prime it, obviously. If the paint scheme will be simple enough to use rattle cans, I will, but I don't think it will be. We'll have to
Using
see
an
how-
airbrush for the more detailed parts.
Yeah. If you want to blend colors, airbrush should be perfect to blend different shades into each other. Yeah, I'm happy. I've been waiting a month on filament. My rep finally got a hold of me on Discord. He gave me some codes, and I got 2 codes with 2 free shipping codes. So basically, one code is where I can get 4 rolls of filament. But if I want to pay the extra 10, I can't use the leftover money on the code. So if I want to pay the difference, I can get the 5th roll, which I did. So instead of getting 8 rolls, I got 10 rolls coming, and I got to check on the track and see the other one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I got my fiber lasers the other day. Oh, speaking of really big things, if people are dropping in late, we got some pictures here from Derek. He's doing that giant Hulk project, that commission. Let me show you. My Alien is big. Granted, it's really big. It's 7 foot tall. But check out this Hulk head. Check this out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a
Whoa.
torso. There's a torso.
Oh,
And that's
much
hard to imagine.
pieces?
Now,
gosh.
wait till you see the arm. He dropped in before the stream and we chatted for a little bit. I said, hey, Derek, hold up the arm. Let me screenshot it. Check this out.
Hey, he is jacked.
Yeah. And Derek's a big guy.
Oh
He's not a midget. So, yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
That is massive. Now that is a project. Oh my
He
god.
thinks he has about 50 rolls of filament tied up in the project.
Wow.
And he's making it for somebody that's going to use it for some kind of their yard display over in the UK where it's not that hot. In Las Vegas, it would instantly melt outside, and they'll put some kind of a protective coating over top of it, and then it might be in somebody's hedges or bushes, so protected from the sun. And I don't live in the UK, but from what I see in all the movies, it's cold or muggy or not hot. So maybe it'll be fine.
Yeah. It was cold. Cold and rainy, but I mean it's big. It's nice. You can also put it in the living room, or if you have a higher ceiling living room, it's perfect.
So my sarcastic comment would be that was a great hand job there, Derek, on the hand there. So. Anyway, my wife's like, we shouldn't say things like that. I said, I'm not actually saying it. I'm indirectly implying things, but some people would get it and some won't. Oh, and there she is. Hello, Brandy. How are you doing today? So, Vincent and Shane, what are you guys been up to? What's new with you?
I've been printing the Stargate City. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me put you on big screen. You can talk about it. Here, 1 second. There you go.
But I had to order gray again, so I'm waiting for a spool to come in. Still have to print some other stuff, the other parts. These parts I'm missing. So basically, 2 of these big parts I still need to print.
Hello, Patrick.
And then
Is that
the other,
Easton?
all Isan. Yeah, Isan gray. I usually only use Isan, so. Basically 2 of these plates I need to print, and then all the black buildings that I printed, I'm gonna redo them in gray. So it's easy then to paint because everything is one color.
I almost want to ask.
Yeah.
Are you going to paint it? Yes.
Yeah, this is all still loose. The other pieces are already glued, but this is still loose because of the wires. I need, but I think I'm gonna put this one together without light, just as a showpiece for now in the back, because I still need to learn how to SMD soldering. I don't got a microscope for that yet, and that's gonna take a couple of months. So I'm gonna print another one, and then maybe give this one away in a stream or something, and then make a new one.
Here's something I don't understand. Last week you showed those little tiny lights that are smaller than like the size of a pinhead.
Yeah.
Do they have connections and they have to be soldered, or how do those attach?
Yeah, just basically left and right side that you have to stick a wire on and solder it. But
Because
these are so small, so
you'll
you
have
can
to wear a
almost.
headlamp. You'll have to wear a headlamp of some kind,
That's
magnifying lens.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a thing. Exactly, and I need a microscope for that because it's so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a soldering station here, completely with a hot air, also for special SMD soldering, and a soldering iron next to it.
Yeah.
So, and I can switch out the tips for big ones or small ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I need to order a microscope. But I want to buy one that I can use also for streaming. So that's going to take a little bit more money.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's how far it is. And I'm still tinkering with the pad G and eSynth because it's very difficult to do on my ender tree. I finally
Yeah,
got the temperature right, but now it's constantly coming off the bed. So
between Amazon and AliExpress, you'll find what you need.
yeah,
Because AliExpress has just about anything and everything.
Do you
finally
use
got the temperature right.
Do you use any bed adhesion?
Never.
Hmm.
I never did that.
I use nanopolymer adhesive on everything, even if I know the print won't come off and it will stick to the bed, just to be safe. Because if you print something so big or 3D lac, it's good to use something just to double
Yeah.
check.
I think maybe because I always been using PLA and with the mirror it's very good, but maybe because I'm using PET G now, the mirror isn't the right plate for it.
And also you need to be careful that when the PETG adheres too much to the bed, that you can rip the glass apart.
Yeah, that's why I always let it cool down very good, because in the proper way, if you don't do that, you will break it.
PET G has to have a release agent on glass.
Yeah.
Joe Telling broke the glass in that big expensive printer. And I even had a release agent one time, real heavy on glass. And one time I popped my glass on PET G.
So I'm still lucky because I've had my other ender tree that I had, and the motherboard was basically destroyed, and I took it apart as parts. And so if I want, I can switch the bed out.
Shane, what's that material?
This is G10. It prints PETG really nice. Even with glass, like even if you let it cool down all the way, it's got a chance of just pulling chunks out of it. But this stuff right here prints PETG like really nice. The only downside is you gotta like clip it down or whatever. But if you're using a mirror, you probably don't have a magnet.
Oh, Fenton, hello.
Yeah. So I was first because I never only printed with PLA. And I was first looking for the right temperature for this printer, because I was always printing PLA with it. So I had it completely set up just for PLA. And now I had to switch everything. Temperatures had to be switched. If I was running it on 250, wouldn't work. So I changed the temperature today to 255. That was basically the sweet spot. Just a couple of degrees. It's a lot of difference.
Yeah. I printed a lot of PETG from Prusament on the Prusa Mini, and just works fine on their standard plates.
You know, in the past, I've always complained about having a small print area, and I didn't like them. I always wanted a bigger, larger bed slinger, whatever it may be, or Core XY. And since I bought the X1 Carbon and I'm doing this Alien, for instance, you got to slice up the parts to fit it. Sure, you got to glue a lot of stuff together, but it prints so damn fast. The quality is perfect. Or almost perfect on everything about the printer. So I'm kind of getting used to the smaller build area. It's just cut your parts up. It's fast. I wish it was a bigger Bamboo Core XY, but I've kind of learned to be happy with what I got, and I'm making it work because like Derek is using for his Giant Hulk, he's using his P1Ps, or I'm not sure if he has the next one, but he's using P1Ps on the parts. And yeah, you can do anything. You just got to do a little more gluing, a little more sanding, but anything can be done in a small printer. Yeah. Now, I wish it was larger, because if you do a helmet, you really don't want to glue a helmet together. You want the helmet to be one piece. And a helmet will fit on the X1 Carbon. It'll fit my wife's head, but it won't fit mine. I got a big head. And I'm sure when I gained weight, my head probably went and got fatter too, like a tomato. So, yeah.
I've printed this multiple parts for the filament winder, but this is UZ net. that I bought on Smurf, and look how nice that it looks like. This is PLA, but so beautiful.
Yeah, that came out really nice. You said that was carbon fiber?
No, this is PLA.
Well,
This is,
carbon fiber PLA.
No, this normal PLA.
Nice, beautiful print.
Here also same stuff. This very nice filament. I like the color. It's called Galaxy Black, but it's more like grayish black. But it's nice.
And I have a Hypercube. It's 400 by 400 by 500. It was basically a Ziltech kit I bought a long time ago. I put clipper on it. Oh, Shane dropped. I put clipper on it like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. I still have to tweak a few things. I'm thinking about selling it. I'm sorry. Let me find the right button here. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling the Hypercube. I don't use it. I don't really need it. And I don't want to turn it into a Voron because a lot of it wouldn't work, wouldn't carry over. And I couldn't go bigger because if I had a Voron, I'd want it to be like a 500 by 500. And since my Hypercube is a 400 by 400, I'd have to go even smaller yet, having to cut things down. So I'm considering getting rid of it. It's kind of like if I don't use it, I don't need it. Why just let it sit? I've had so many videos in the past where I had all these printers and lasers, and most of the lasers, most of the printers I've gotten rid of, I've sold at really good deals on Marketplace and such.
And I also had a problem with PETG that these little poles will break very easy. So what I did was change the infill pattern from grid to tri-hexagon.
That's my favorite.
That is
most of the
way
times.
different. Yeah, I'm tinkering around with it because I never printed PETG, so it's a learning curve.
How many walls?
Let me check.
2 or 3, maybe 4.
Let me check. I don't know out of my head. Wall thickness 0.8. Wall line count 2. Yeah.
Maybe increases with 1 or 2 walls more if it is a structural part.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
help.
Now it's printing fine. So, and these are maybe 3 layers. I don't know. Before it was breaking. So yeah.
Cool. You figure it out. Vincent.
Oh yeah, of course. I've got 3 other spools of PETG laying around, so I can tinker around for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, and I'm also testing out the multicolor thing from the P1P.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really gotta pick up a bamboo soon because I see this stuff that you guys are printing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, just get a P1S or even get one of the new ones that came out with. It's just the quality is just amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Zach.
Thanks. No, I'm really happy, and I just loaded some colors. I even did a color change or a filament swap because that was the last part of orange, and then I had to switch over to yellow. But turns out really nice.
Very nice. Those are really cool lithos, Matt. I believe he probably made those with an AI program, and then very nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I removed the Bowden tube of the K1. I've been trying to do this. How it's printing now.
Oh, my sister got me a neat ball cap the other day. They got lost in the mail. I showed it in my last video, but
that's a good one.
I wish that the front of it was stiffer, in the part where the lettering is, because it kind of lays flat when I put it on. Kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
And I usually don't wear ball caps where I pull them down really tight on my head because then they look kind of funky. I mean, it'll work like that, but and that hat you're wearing, what's that hat kind of hat called, Zach?
I call it Joseph Prusa cap.
Okay.
No, I was at a store. Vincent knows it. It's like a dollar store. It's very cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Action, and I saw these, and they are very warm. And I was like, yeah, why not doing that?
Oh, and I don't know if my screens are going out because I've got some. Why is it? Take a look at this. Got 2 new screens.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
32-inch 2 curves from Samsung.
Yeah, I lightened it
Nice.
up after you said that.
Picked it up for free. My dad had a house and he moved out of his place to a yacht. And he said, "Yeah, I know where that I can put my screens." So he called me and said, "Do you want the screens?" I said,
Give me
"Yeah,
one.
give me them." But I
One of
thought
them
it was like
on the
30
box.
inches.
Another truck
But
has
these
another
are 32 curved. Oh,
32 curved. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's crazy. It's crazy. The first day that I had him, I was like, "Where's my stuff?"
Yeah, I'm working with 3 screens here. It's big, but you're getting used to it.
Yeah.
I like it. I have a 42-inch screen right above me, and then I have a 22-inch below. I want to hook up a third one just because I need somewhere where what stuff I don't immediately work on, I can shove it over to that side.
Yeah.
While I transfer between those 2 screens what I need, and then go on the third one, and then put the third one piece in.
What kind of
Or
video
have
card?
some music running on the third one. Just music.
What kind of video card do you use, Matt?
I'm not sure. My son gives the computer to me.
Because
Okay.
I'm running a 3050 with 8 gigs in OC, so overclockable. And if I got 2 screens the same and I use like a 40-inch next to it, a lot of times when I try to run a game or doing something else with other programs, no issue. But when you're gonna try run games, it's gonna get in problems. So for like slicers, watching videos or OBS or something, it's okay. But if you have too many different screens, it's not gonna work.
No.
The compatibility is gonna give you issues. I've tried it.
Yeah, I've got an AOC screen that I especially bought for playing games, playing PS4 games on it.
Yeah.
It's a very nice screen. It's not a big screen. I think like 27-inch, but for the most of the things, it does run very nice, very smoothly. I think response time is 7 nanosecond. It's a very nice screen.
Yeah.
PC Van Lent, I just got your email because I forgot your name. I didn't realize your name and email were the same. And I tried to get a hold of Nick regarding the filament that you won on November 11th, and you haven't received the code yet. I haven't heard back from him, so I got a hold of my rep that I deal with building my alien project. He said he'll ask Nick about it, and he wanted me to put in a ticket on it, requesting them to look into it. That way they don't accidentally forget it. And I wanted to confirm your name. And after the stream, I'll go back on Discord and I'll put that ticket in, even though I already put an email, because Nick gets busy and backed up with everybody in the world trying to get a hold of him, it seems like. But yeah,
he is getting some help, huh?
Yeah, something. But yeah, I'm on top of it. And thanks for letting me know. And like I said, originally when I started giving away Polymaker filament, I figured within a week they'd send you the code and wham, bam, done like Ziltech. But then I found out it takes a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And it's been more than 2 or 3 weeks for you. So I hope we get this worked out. But yeah, I definitely don't want to stiff anybody on filament, especially if I'm giving it away. They need to get what is, given to them. So working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been doing my whole networking in the house, switching everything, bought some new Google stuff, and I had a lot of problems with my network in the beginning. I bought a Netgear, and it was on the box, a Netgear router. And I had it set up, I couldn't access it from my PC. Took about 6 months, and a friend of mine, he was like, I've been doing so much stuff, let's check it out. Because somebody with a new view maybe worked. He was here, we switched some things around, and we were done. And basically what happened was, it was not a router, it was an access from Netgear. So I had to
Access
turn,
point.
yeah.
Let
Took
me
me
ask
6
you a
months
question.
to figure that part out.
Montana Maker, my alien project. Have you seen my last video where I got the tail done? Ever since that got done, I applied for more filament. It took my rep with Polymaker like 3 to 4 weeks to get a hold of me. And I got my codes. I got 5 rolls that came in the mail today right here. I just unboxed them so I can finish the upper part of the torso. I've got probably a little over half of the parts already printed for the upper torso. I need to print maybe 10 more parts between the 2 printers, and some of the parts to put them on the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon. I've got to slice them down a little bit. As an example, here in a little bit while I'm streaming, I'm going to load up the part. I've got it already in the slicer for Bamboo Studio to print the part of the head where the other mouth is coming out like this, and the whole part would fit on the bamboo other than the chin. So I got this chin right here I printed, and I'm going to load up the other part with more filament. So I'm thinking next weekend I should have the last video, not the last video out, but I'll be able to put out the video gluing together the upper torso, putting it all together, and then I'll have to have a follow-up video on painting and stuff like that. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Guys.
Okay.
This is actually ice, but it reminds me of something else.
Yeah. Just don't use the word.
Yeah, I didn't say that, so.
Matt, behave.
I'm rubbing off on him.
I'm making a zombie. So
Zombie?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I first have to glue it in. I glued it in quick now. So. And I use glue what I got from Smurf. Glue. I should have got another bottle. Oh.
Try to find it here. If I can find it, it's so expensive. It's not even funny.
With gloop, I would say lightly scuff up both sides, gloop both sides, give it a couple of seconds, stick it together, hold it for like 30 seconds, and then tape it or clamp it. Whenever possible, clamp it is better. But on mine, obviously, I can't clamp it, so I tape it up, and usually it's fine. I did have one big part pull apart in one of my videos where I didn't have enough gloop on it, but I wish it was thicker, and from what I'm told, gloop can make your whatever they send you, they can make it thicker, but I don't know if that's a batch you'd have to do that in, or if they could do that just for one person or what, I don't know. But I think it's pretty runny. But the last time I used it, it was quite a bit thicker, just sitting for a while, or maybe the colder temperature changed it. But when it runs like water, it's hard to work with.
9.
And when you get on your hands, you be in a well-ventilated area, working with gloop. I have a fan in the room and always blows my direction, so always have a fan or something blowing on you. Well-ventilated area, does have an odor, but when it gets on your hands and dries, it peels off like school glue. Remember, you get glue on your hands in school and pull it right off. It cleans up very easy, so it's not hard to get off your hands at all.
Like power glue.
I don't have one. I've watched almost everybody's video on. Looks like a nice machine. It's a bed slinger, but it all comes down to quality and ease of use, and it can do colors, and that's great for the price. So if you were going to go out and buy an Ender type machine or something else, I'd recommend Bamboo all the way, all day long.
I recommend Bamboo too. I want to try one of those little ones. I want to try the A1, not the mini, the A1, the new one, what just came out.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
But what I'm not really liking about is the AMS you only can have 4, and with those you can have 16. So.
But the question is, are you ever going to use it?
What? Yeah, I'm waiting on my Christmas present, my splitter.
No, but it can be quite handy with 4, and if you have multiple like 12 or 16.
Yeah, but how do you connect the hoses then? That's my question, because I never had a Bamboo, and I don't know how do you connect that stuff together so the filament comes in the printer.
On the backside from the EMS, there is just one PTFE tube going to the base, and there it's going all through. So it doesn't matter which kind of color you choose; it will take all the filament out and then put a new filament in.
I do believe the new AMS has way better than the old AMS because less problems. What I hear with the new AMS, the light, AMS light.
So
Well, it's being pulled from open air, and you don't have to worry about having motors to drive everything and this and that, and all the extra PTFE tubes. Printing my Alien, I'm running single black spools behind the printer. I'm not going to run them through the AMS for the simple fact that I just don't want to wear everything out, just printing the same thing over and over. If you're just doing one color, put it on a portable spool behind the machine. I know there's a little metal thing you can hook up on the back. I just got a portable spool. I set it down the side of it. I can see when it's near empty, and then I can watch for it to change. And then it pauses the machine. I change it. It heats back up, and print starts again with no problem, as long as it doesn't tangle. Because
Welcome,
Hey,
Richard van der Linden.
I got somebody coming in right now in the back room. He has this new printer. He has that other printer, and he has all the printers. And
No,
here he
from
is,
Sam.
ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Santa Claus.
Oh God, I'm
it's
going.
that guy.
Okay.
It's that guy again.
I'm gone. Neighborhood is gone.
The real Sam Prentice. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. I'm actually really good. I actually did some non-3D printing stuff today. I actually went out and met people and, had
No,
fun.
really.
Yeah, it was really
Did you do
weird.
that? Wow.
It
How
was-
dare
yeah,
you?
It was kind of strange. So strange, in fact, that I've now decided to eat my last big bar of Hershey's as a celebration of liberation and all that kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's all
Ah.
good. It's all good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all right.
Very good.
Excellent.
I just
That-
I'm getting ready to start printing the rest of my Alien, my upper part of the Alien. I got 10 rolls of Polymaker coming. Amazon just brought 5, but I'm waiting on a different truck with other 5. So I don't know how that got messed up, but
Whoa.
so by next weekend I will have a video out on the next Alien.
Yeah, sometimes I've had that a few times. They shipped me 10 kilos of TPU and 10 kilos of PET-G, and it was like 5 of each. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go back and sort of say, the whole lot's not arrived. And then the next day it all turned up. It's really odd. I think it might be circumventing import duty.
Have you found any spools, Sam, on the AMS Lite that are the hole is too small or too big? Have you found anything that won't work with it? You can print an adapter.
Yeah, so any Cubics one don't fit because they're naturally quite a big spool, or sort of a bigger core. So this basically fits that. And again, on Maker Verse or Maker whatever it's called, plug it in and you're ready to go. So hey Dale, yeah. So here it is. Da, 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 da. And interestingly enough,
But one second. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Patrick from Light Source Engraving coming in. Hey, Patrick.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Go ahead, Sam.
yeah. So interestingly enough, on the A1 Mini and the A1 Normal, I wonder if they're being max. Anyway, on the side of this thing, okay,
Yeah.
there are
I
2
think so.
ports for AMS. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to bring out obviously there's a 4 that goes into the feeder here. I think they're going to bring out an 8, and it'd be really easy for them to do that. So all you do is plug a second AMS into this, AMS Lite that is, and you'd have 8 colors. So I can't really see it being a big deal for them to do that. And I would imagine, mark my words, and it's not announced, there's no special, information. It just makes sense for them to do that. Otherwise, why would you have 2 ports on the side of it? Doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
I saw that on several videos, having the second connector, and I was like, that does look like the same connector as the other one. So
It is. Yeah, I mean, you can go either or. So I think probably at some point in the future, I think you'll see that they go, hey, now we're doing an 8, and then that will be a thing.
Montana Maker, we can do up to 10 people on screen. And I know for a fact that my friend Patrick with Light Source Engraving is running Lightburn right now because his camera's glitching.
I thought he was in the Matrix.
he's glitching
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, and it's even worse. I ordered a new A10 Mini, and if this doesn't fix the problem, it's something with the USB and power management.
Does anybody
stuff.
online or in chat know why when he runs Lightburn plugged into his computer, it makes his camera do this? Does anybody have a solution?
It's starting to do
Take
it
another
without
computer?
Lightbird running. Without
Oh, wow.
Lightbird running too.
Okay, well,
Too
now-
much power draw.
I think it's the A10.
Too
So
much
it's
power.
definitely-
Too much power draw, maybe.
Yeah, there's a new one coming tomorrow, or Monday. Hopefully it fixes it. But if it keeps doing this, I'm just going to restart, try to come in again. If it doesn't keeps doing it, I'll just
CPU related.
remove
Okay.
myself because it's super annoying. I can't stand it.
Hey,
you can
Pete.
have an if you want. Just have an emoji. We're leaving, Sam.
No, I was saying hey to Pete. But Pete is in
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, Patrick. If you
He's
want,
my online
it doesn't
boyfriend.
matter. Hobo with Wood. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How you doing today? Let me share a link in case he wants to drop in.
So, Sam, I got a question. Do you do a lot of electronics in your prints?
Hello,
So I
Simon.
do a lot of electronics in my prints.
Yeah, like I'm building the Stargate city. Never worked with Arduino, and I don't know
Arduino,
if
what's
you ever
going on?
used it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, in several projects we used. So certainly with the R2 building, we used a lot of stuff with Arduinos early on. What we found though, as soon as we started doing stuff for film, unfortunately, there's a lot of Wi-Fi and 2.4 gig saturation that we had for those particular models. So we had a few issues with it. The other thing is if you've got something, it'd be fine for those kind of projects. But if you've got something that physically moves, plugging in those little jumper leads, we were forever having issues with that. With communication between the boards and things like that. It was loads of issues.
For me, it's only for the lighting. So
yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing that I'm gonna do with it. No moving parts. It's only the lights.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say is just make sure you invest in a good hat for it. So whack a hat on there and just make sure that you're screwing in or hot gluing or whatever you're going to do with it. Just make sure it's super, super secure, because one of those cables comes out and the model's all built and you haven't got easy access to it. It's just going to be a pig.
Okay.
Yeah, Patrick.
And programming, is that easy to learn, or do you need basically skills?
I mean, it's
for it?
reasonable. The good news is, Vincent, you've got the AI capabilities now, Chat GPT. So you can actually ask Chat GPT to do that lighting for you if you wanted to.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm maybe going to look into that, because I'm still deciding for this city that I'm building that I'm going to glue it together, and the next one I'm going to do with lights and learn Arduino and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I have to leave this one in the box in parts for about 6-7 months, and I don't want to do that.
No.
Let's talk to Patrick for a minute. What have you been up to? And are you guys live streaming tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific?
No, we've actually changed it. It's going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Oh,
Very nice.
So it'll be noon Pacific. So it's going to be round one. It's going to be Sundays, every other Sunday at 3 p.m. Starting tomorrow. But I did the episode with Rich this week. We filmed, I think that was Wednesday, and did a live premiere for the premiere yesterday, and was live in chat with that premiere.
That worked really good, because then you can concentrate on chat as it comes in. And then if there's any screw ups or things you need to change, you can edit it, post it accordingly. Yeah, premiering works really good. And sometimes I interviewed a person a long time ago, and I ran it as a premiere because his time slot wouldn't work for him when I wanted to go live. So you film it when you can and then post it whenever what works for everybody. So yeah, it turned out really good.
Yep.
And I know, and that coin guy I was talking about, I watched his video. He had that same laser. And when we were discussing it with Monport with that one lady, Tina, I think it was, that's the one that I wanted to get. And then they eventually ran out of money and they wanted me to jump through hoops, etc. So do those take a full-size lens, or is that a smaller lens on that?
It's actually a smaller lens. You needed an adapter to use a regular lens. But
So it looks to me
that you can use whatever lens you want.
Okay. Yeah, I've been watching videos from everybody. I've been Googling things, and I'm just trying to figure out settings for different things. And I'm assuming when
a lot of the videos, when people put settings for doing the 3D engraving and deep engraving, a lot of them, they run too slow for my liking. They run slow, too hot, and I just don't like those settings. So that's why I put my 3D video out. It's been several months ago, but I'm going to revisit it soon, since that's what I talked about at LBX. So as that presentation comes out pretty soon, I'm going to have another video out to follow that up.
Okay. So tomorrow afternoon you're going live, and not tonight then, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So what else have you been working on? What's new?
What have I been working with? Printing off risers for the Lasermatic. I've sold a few sets of those.
If people don't know, Patrick is working, has a day job working, and I message him all the time while he's working, asking him questions. Because I'm retired, so when I have trouble, then I message my friends. And then they answer me when they can.
Yep. And unfortunately, the next month, I'm going to be working almost full time at the part time job covering vacations. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I'd rather be sitting in front of a laser, but oh well.
And I found out on StreamYard, they sent everybody that has a StreamYard account, you can now stream on Instagram. You got to change your account on Instagram, which is free, which I did, but you have to hit a go live button on Instagram, and the chat is separate. So if I was on Instagram right now, which I'm not, I'd be looking at a separate chat. You guys couldn't see it. They couldn't see yours. And it would just be kind of a big mess. So if I ever go live on Instagram, I'll have to do it solo. But that is another option. My dog wants a cracker. And I can't give her the saltine. For some reason, they're really salty. Here, have a Ritz.
Right now, I'm actually working on last minute Christmas gifts. I think I'm just going to do Christmas ornaments. That's easy. And that's going to be for the live stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next year, my fiber laser will probably be doing all my Christmas gifts. Not this year because I haven't figured out any good settings. So, anyway.
Now, I just need Bamboo to send me one of those printers that Sam has back there as a last minute Christmas gift. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I emailed them again a while back asking about a Bamboo. It's like, hey, you guys forget about me? What about me? But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I just think it's
very
fun.
unique. It's a very unique club, and I wouldn't have wished this launch on anyone, to be honest with you.
It's fun watching that little bed swing around at Mach speed.
No, totally. I get that. That there's nothing wrong with the printer, but the way that it was delivered on to creators this time round was.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another
video.
person dropping in, Richard Vanderleen. I can't pronounce his last name. Hello, Richard.
Hello. Good evening,
Hey.
everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Richard.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, Van der Linde. Nothing else.
Yeah, I recognize you from chat, but I don't think I've seen you on camera before.
Nope.
Where are you? What do you do, and where do you live at?
Well,
I mean-
I'm a software designer. No. Okay. I'm living in Holland, in the Netherlands, in Heemskerk. I'm a software designer, a programmer.
Oh, nice.
A lot of years. The Netherlands, Holland, yep. And I'm new at 3D printing.
Cool.
So I noticed in your chat that you just started 3D printing.
Yep.
Okay.
I had one before, but I think it was something like using.
A lot of Dutch people here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Okay, Vincent.
A lot of 3D printers in the past, you're always having to work on them. And when I first got into 3D printing, I wanted to print stuff. I didn't want to get a printer I had to work on every day. Sure, it's fun tinkering, but I want to print stuff. I don't want to be broke down and replacing. And we're starting to get into the technology where everything just works. Not everything, but it's getting a lot better. And like the Bamboo Labs, for instance, I was never sponsored by them. They never sent me anything for free. I bought the printer that I have, my X1 Carbon, but it's an awesome printer. I love it. Bamboo Studio is great. It's like 99% perfect. And I truly believe that because I've had no issues with it. Minor little things here and there, but nothing major. And print quality is always awesome.
The other side, Jerry, if you buy a good machine, an expensive one, and you never learn how to fix something. So I see and the three like I learn the mechanics because it breaks down a lot. And I basically see it as a chance to learn how the machine works and how to repair it. So if you got a more expensive one, it's easy to fix you so you know the basics.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sergio, HVAC A to Z is dropping in. Hey, Sergio, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Sergio.
Now, how does it do the layout when there are 10 people? Because it's going to be perfectly laid out for 9. But where's the 10th one going to go?
3, 6, 7, 8. I'll have to wait till 2 more people drop in. I forgot. I rarely have 10, but I can do 10 people.
And I usually only stay for about an hour
Ah.
most of the time.
And if I do a layout
half
like
an
this,
hour
it
would
looks
kick
funny.
them
I don't like that, which it cuts everybody off. I don't really care for that layout.
And I'm going to try to do a game stream tonight with my setup. So that's why I'm not staying long.
Oh, you're always welcome to stay as long or as short or short as you want or as long as you want. I
Mhm.
stream anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and nobody is obligated to stay here any length of time. Even if you drop in for 5 minutes, say hi. I know you've always wanted me on. Here I am, and then we just lost him. There's no time limit
Did
involved.
you lost your marbles?
Who?
Sam.
Yes,
Did
mate.
Sam did you lose your marbles? No? That's what the question is. Well, the answer, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
From
I see. Yeah. Sorry, no. I was looking for a power cable for my iPhone.
all right.
Yeah, like Steven
Got
spent
one
5
here.
years tinkering, and now he just wants to print. Kind of get tired of it. Yeah, you get tired of tinkering. You just want to print stuff.
Yeah, there's a line between tinkering and constantly fixing.
Yeah.
You guys were asking before about that problem that Patrick is having.
Yes.
I had it for a while, and what I did was I put a powered USB hub, and that took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume with all his stuff, he probably has a powered USB, don't you, Patrick?
I do. One thing I read was to plug directly into a USB that's directly connected to the motherboard, which I did, but that hasn't solved the issue. So I could
Oh.
plug it into the USB power strip and see what happens.
Yeah, try that, because that's what fixed mine.
Okay, I will do that.
Jerry is doing that, I guess.
No, Jerry didn't do it. Someone on Twitch did. I'm just looking to see who it was.
I see a little parachute guy there.
Yeah.
Drop game.
Yeah, that's a drop game over on Twitch. Here, I'll put my screen up. You guys want to do a drop on Twitch? There you go. We've got 36 people currently watching, 26 on YouTube, and 10 on Twitch. So anybody on Twitch you would like to do a drop, it's bang, drop, and then you can pick an emoji or just don't use one like this.
But what Richard said that he got a QD-Tech X+3. I think it's a great printer.
Thank you,
Prince.
Stephen Poole. Stephen Poole just cheered 100 bits.
It print basically without big issues, and for as long as I have it, I didn't really have big issues with it. So
You kicked me out of the way.
How much RAM do you have, Patrick?
16.
That 16 gigs should be fine. Well, I had 32 in my computer and upgraded to 64. 16, I would imagine, would be fine.
Yeah, I've got 2 empty slots I need to fill up.
I just sold some RAM. As a matter of fact, the RAM I had in my computer, the 32 gigs I had, I sold on Marketplace for $80. Shipped it to Colorado. The man received it yesterday, and I checked with Facebook, and I guess I don't get paid till next Wednesday or something. I've never sold something on Facebook that I've had to mail, so I'm not sure how that payment's going to come in. As a matter of fact, when he bought it, I was shocked. He's like, "Well, how did you do that?" I guess I had it set up for free shipping. And you know something that sucks. See, my hands right here.
Now I want some coffee.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some in the kitchen in a bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Give me 2 espressos.
Nope, gonna drink it myself.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I'm selling stuff on Facebook, but I still forgot what I was going to say about it. All right, that doesn't matter.
I'm getting paid.
Yeah, getting paid. I don't know if they're going to pay me through straight to my bank account or through PayPal. I've never. Oh yeah, when you buy something, you have to pay tax. When you sell on Facebook, you got to pay tax. The person that bought it on Facebook has to pay tax. It's like how many times you tax the same item? 1 million? It's a crooked system where the same item you got to keep paying tax on it every time you turn it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Darth Gallum just subscribed for another 5 months in a row. Thank you very much, Darth Gallum. I really appreciate that. Let me share out the link. Let's see if we can get 10 people on screen at once. It happens. It's rare. It's harder to talk. The more people you have on camera, the harder it is to talk. Because when I try to run the screen and say something or bring somebody in, then I got to interrupt the people talking, which I know you don't like it, but that's just how it is. So.
Yeah, no problem.
I won again last week on the Joe Telling 3D printing nerd show. And
Did you?
How many accounts do you use to win something? That's crazy, man. Or you got a lucky angel flying around buff you had when you're doing that.
I used one account.
And you ended up on one of my streams yesterday, Matt.
Jeez.
Huh? Oh yeah, I know you mentioned me. Yeah, I know. My wife told me. She was.
Matt won a commercial license for a year to STL Flicks. That is awesome. That is gold. I wish I won that.
Nice.
I contacted STL Flicks wanting to know if they would give me a free lifetime license. And every time I did a video with their stuff, I'd promote them. But they got back with me and said, here, go fill out this form. And, that didn't go anywhere. That's beautiful. Incense burner?
Yeah,
Vincent, just resubscribe for on Twitch for 10 months in a row. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend.
And where is it now? Go.
Yeah, Joe Telling gave away over $110,000 in prizes. So if anybody wasn't watching, I don't know why. The chances of winning are rare. He had like 3,500 people watching. He raised a ton of money for the Seattle Children's Hospital. And I watched the stream for like 7.5 hours, and I was getting a headache, so I had to stop watching it.
To be honest, I didn't know he was streaming.
My wife won and I won.
I share on my socials whenever somebody's screaming like that. I always share a link.
Here you go. This is steampunk cow.
Very nice.
It's funny. The only thing what I realized is with CMYK color, it doesn't do every picture perfect, because my friend, I made him a little faint, and then I look at the picture, and then I look at the picture from the little faint.
Oh wow, Steven, that's really cool.
It was a little bit too yellow. So I made them the paper method, and it came out okay. But little faint, you have to have a perfect balanced picture of certain colors.
Yeah.
Example.
I can show you.
Like this one is a perfectly balanced picture, but compared to this one, it's not, because certain areas are too light, and it kind of blurs out, and yeah.
1 second, Sam, and I'll make it bigger.
This is Matt.
Yeah.
The green bug.
I know.
Weird,
Thanks
isn't
for asking me.
I have some steampunk I can show you here. I forgot about this.
Here you go. That is beautiful.
Wow, that's nice.
Let's see. I did the back. There's the grip. I just left it black.
So the grip is plastic and the slide is steel, right?
Yeah. To be honest, this I reckon this is a real one.
I should do that to my Glock.
I've got airsoft stuff, and everybody's asking me to do this kind of stuff on airsoft stuff.
Yeah. Everybody, that's an airsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an airsoft. Let me take the airsoft barrel out here. There you go. I cut that out with fiber laser as well.
Nice.
I have a Gen 1, Patrick.
Very nice.
Yes, you should do something to it for sure.
I think it's worth more money the way it is. I got
never
offered
plan on. This was-
$1,500 for it. So,
Oh wow.
but I'm not.
Yeah,
selling
you're probably
it.
right. This one I plan on keeping forever, so I'm not. I wasn't too concerned about value, I guess.
Okay. Derek wants me to show you his hand job. I'm going to show these pictures backwards, but here we go.
I'll take one of those.
Hand job.
Sam, that's hilarious.
Look at that. Now, if you're not really sure how big that head is, look at this next picture. That's how big the head is. So Derek is kind of doing the same thing the Hulk is doing, like, "Arr!" But yeah, that arm, that is monstrous. That is huge. He thinks that the whole project's gonna be like 50 rolls of filament. Yep, that's a lot of filament. I think mine, when I get done, will probably be around 30-ish rolls on the Alien. That is beautiful.
It's humongous. All right.
How's your-
Jack said he needed the file. That's one I put together. It's mine, so I can send it to you.
Yeah, once I figure out how to use my laser properly, then I will jump into trying to customize different things like that. I got a couple airsoft guns that I can engrave. And then if I eventually learn how to do it well, then I'm sure I could find side work and make extra money.
Yeah.
Sergio, one commenter asked if you still had the Gen 1 box. If you still had the box, your case for it.
So the Gen 1 box for it, I believe I have it somewhere. I never did throw it out, but I'll have to find it. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere. But I keep mine in a holster right near my bed. So
Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Dave RX XL 1991. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it.
That's a friend of mine.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, please share out the stream, guys. Follow on Twitch. If you'd like to use your Amazon Prime to subscribe, that would be awesome. You can subscribe on YouTube for free. And if you'd like to become a channel member, like many people have, I've got probably 5 or 6 channel members, and I really appreciate it. Helps it out. And if you want to help me out for Christmas on many things I got going on, including things for the family, there's a PayPal link at top. You can donate to me. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Dave is still curious to maybe getting a printer in the future. So he was here today. He was looking at the K1, and he's very he likes the 3D printing mechanics of it.
Out of every printer out there anywhere, I would have to say, not sure which one to suggest, but if you're going to get a first printer or a 10th printer, buy a Bamboo.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with a Bamboo.
Yeah, because if you don't know maintenance, never buy a K1.
Yeah, but
and since they got the new bed slinger out and the new one, the last 2 they just came out with, I would recommend buying one of those if you're just getting into it. That way you can test the waters without being out a lot of money, and you're going to be blown away by the quality. And then you can buy a P1P. And then if you're really happy with that, you might want an X1 Carbon or what comes out next. But you can always, get into it for around $400 to $600, and you'll be very happy with your investment.
Yeah.
A lot of companies make great printers, but nobody makes a printer as good as Bamboo that I've seen, where it just works and rarely has issues. Nothing is perfect, but rarely has this issues. The slicer is awesome. It's just, can't go wrong with Bamboo.
yeah,
Especially with the color changing, I think it's very awesome. I never had a Bamboo before, but if I see the prints you guys are making with the Bamboos, it's crazy.
Well, sell a pinball machine and then go buy one.
I'm looking for a pinball machine, maybe for some future streams to do some tinkering and maybe designing some 3D prints for in the pinball machine.
Did you guys
That's
see
what I've
Sam's
been looking into.
Sam's Ferris wheel from this video?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
at the end of it, we're putting together the Ferris wheel. Yeah, that's really cool.
That thing was
Came out very
amazing.
nice.
Like that's what those bamboos will do. That's awesome.
And
we
at the
grab
end of Patrick's videos, he has on a wig. He's playing his air guitar, and that's really cool, fun to watch too.
Did you see the violin one? I borrowed my daughter's electric violin.
I'm not sure.
I sometimes see those 3D printing guitars, but how in the hell, with all those pieces, will it not break when you string those things? Is there a metal bar in there or something? Or
Yeah, there's still this tensioning rod inside,
oh, okay,
and I think that the neck
Neck is wood.
is wood.
oh, okay,
can-
okay. That's why.
Here, let me make your hand big here.
So, so this is a 3D printed Ferris wheel. Which, to be fair with you, I'm really surprised it's still in one piece because my son, who is nearly 3, has literally been at this trying to make it break.
Try
so
to make it break.
it's cool. It's you know this one's a bit stuck here, but other than that, yeah, I mean it does its thing, which is cool. But to be fair, I mean this is good, but the Matt German Hue Forge, like I just like seeing that, it's just so bonkers that only 4 color changes made that. Like
That's it.
Wow.
4 color change, and it doesn't have to be in a bamboo to do this. You can do it on anything, but like
That's amazing.
it's mental, absolutely mental. It reminds me of a couple of those laser pictures that people do. You know, it's mad. So I didn't really get the Hue Forge thing, and then I printed that, and I was just like, it's just unlocked my brain. So yeah, it's weird. But we're streaming at the minute. We're doing that whole thing as well.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I see it on your phone there too. That's cool.
Yeah, so people are watching 3D printers printing. So I just find that whole thing to be quite bizarre. It is what it is.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna play some games tonight, so I'm going.
Vincent, hold on. I got some pictures on Discord to show you.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
I'm gonna
Discord.
Share screen. The man in chat that was on screen a little bit ago, he has some pictures he put on my Discord, which I didn't see a notification. I didn't realize they were there. He said, thought Vincent might like these.
Jeez, where did I see something like that?
I want to say it looks like something from Stargate, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can something like that.
Very nice.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm still looking for a nice statue of Anubis. That's my big project that I want to do next year. So it's difficult to find a good quality one.
I got Hue Forge way back when Polymaker was giving away 2 rolls of filament. But then for my video, which had a lot of people watch it, I got prints off of printables. And I printed out like 10 different things. I still have yet to design anything myself and use a program. And they're always coming out with updates constantly. So I need to update it.
AI. Okay, yeah, maybe. Never tried that before.
Yeah, there's a ton of videos out there that kind of give you pointers on how to do this and how to do that. It's very simple to use. You just have to figure out how to shade things and drag this slider, that slider to make it look how you want it, depending on your colors. And we'll tell you what precise colors and what types of filament if you want to buy that exact color with the SKU or barcode, whatever, to use it. If you don't have that exact shade, you can use what you got and it will look similar.
I think mostly it's going to be silver, gold, and black. If I'm correct. Okay. Yeah, we will see. So yeah. So far, I have to wait till another spool comes in, and then I can finish the city. I think I need another 2 kilos, 2 spools, I think.
I'm going to get my aliens started on my printer.
So, everybody have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
I'm going.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, my friend. I'll see
Yeah.
you next time.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.
Just to answer you, Pete. Yeah, I mean it's pretty sturdy. It does if it's going hell for leather. Yeah, there's a bit of movement there, but it doesn't seem to affect the prints. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I don't think you need Qforge for litho printing. I think you can use Leuven. Is that right?
Both. Yeah, Luban you can do lithophane, and also with Qforge you can do also lithophane. But I don't know. I never looked at the program. I don't know what type of shapes you can do on lithophane with them. I believe only flat ones.
Got
you
it.
can do right now. I'm not sure. I have to look at the program. So
the creator of Qforge, I've been bodied the last few weeks, but he had soccer practice for his kids last week, and I guess he's not feeling good this week. But he'll be on sometime. At some point, he'll come on when he has time and he feels better. He might be in chat watching. I'm not sure if he's watching or not.
You know, he might be watching, Zach. It might be Joseph Prusa waiting for you to give his model a kiss.
You asked that yesterday, but I still didn't do that. I'm waiting on the right moment, you know.
I have a question.
Sam, if you could send me that file, I can try and put that on a piece of steel.
Yeah. Okay.
The
yeah,
bug.
Yep. Okay. Not a problem. I can give you the link to the STL if you want.
Okay.
It's called Bugman.
Bugman.
Hey Patrick, maybe you can help me out with this. I have the 20-watt EM Smart fiber laser, and I've been using it, and I stopped using it for a couple of months, and now I can't connect to it. It says USB device not. I tried updating the driver. It says I already have the best driver.
Are you using Lightburn?
Yes.
I would reinstall Lightburn, and at the end, when it says install EasyCAD driver, check that box, and then let it reinstall that driver and see if that fixes the issue.
Okay.
Probably 9 times out of 10 it does.
Okay.
Patrick, in the private chat, that's where you'll find the file.
Yes, sir. Cool.
You can import it into Bamboo Lab, which you don't want to do, but you can also install it the other way, I guess. Might be interesting to see how you do that, actually. But we're calling it the Matt German.
The Matt German.
Yeah, the Matt German. Bugman. The Matt German.
thanks. I see the resemblance.
Yeah. Energy now. Funny.
Why? Do a bug here?
It's the eyes.
The eyes. Yeah.
One more to go.
I'm loading more filaments so I can start the next print.
Any special projects coming up with you guys? I have one charity project coming up. I want to do it between Christmas and New Year's, but I think I'm gonna do it after the 1st or 2nd. So
What is it?
Charity project with changes. It's a mental health charity. What I'm working with.
Hey, Tripod, how you doing, bud?
So I do for them little faints.
Hey, Tripod.
Tripod.
It's a
Hey,
Tripod's
Tripod.
garage.
Yeah.
It's Tripod's garage.
You know, like the character Groot in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. This is tripod. Tripod.
That's not saying anything bad then.
Sorry. No, I just find the character kind of funny, and he's the most powerful character in the Guardian Galaxy. So
Who tripod?
no, Groot.
Oh.
I'm making an example between Groot and tripod.
Right, back in 2 seconds.
Because he said trees, so because Groot is a tree. So everybody's quiet. So yeah. What you been doing, Jerry?
Loading filament in my Bamboo, going to start a print. I thought I already had Bamboo running. I don't, so I got to start Bamboo Studio. And then I'll show you what I'm going to print.
More parts for the alien, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a box of them done, but I still got about 10 more big parts that wouldn't fit on the X1 Carbon that I have to print. So a bunch of them, I'm cutting chunks of them off. Like in a minute, I'm going to show you the head section where the mouth is opening up with the teeth and the second mouth coming out that grabs you. And I had to cut the chin off in order to get the print on the Bamboo. So I'm going to load that up here in a second. Oh, all right. It deleted it. I got to re-slice it. Yeah, Dum, what's going on, buddy? Orca Slicer, I think I downloaded it a while back, but I've never played with it yet. I'm still using Bamboo Studio. Phoenix calls. Hello. How you doing today? Here's a link. Then we'd like to drop in on screen. You're welcome to do so. Anybody on screen has anything to talk about? Go for it. Chatter away.
Oh, I just got a fill print on the Bamboo.
Whoa! What happened?
Well, I was printing to. I was printing those two for the respooler thing or filament winder, and this one got knocked over, and I skipped this one, and then suddenly this one was knocked over. So,
wow.
Do a calibration.
It does do it every single time.
No. The original one, what you have to press, what takes like 10 minutes to do.
Sorry?
The one what I'm talking about takes like 10 minutes to do.
Oh yeah, I can do that. No, it's from the it's already pre-sliced, pre-done. Only thing that you need to do is to load the models and then select every single plate, something like that. So yeah.
You go back and look at chat here. I had another screen up.
I feel very tired today.
You look quite tired, actually.
Huh?
I was
Thanks.
really tired before the stream, so I took a hydrocodone and fixed it.
Not everybody has legs up.
Yeah, I don't know. When I take those for pain once in a while, of course they help for pain, but they wake me right up. If I take it late at night, I'm up wanting to do dishes and back in the house and dust. And
yeah.
I don't care what medicine I take. I never want to do dishes.
They never what?
I never want to do dishes. Doesn't matter what medication I'm taking.
Yeah, all the stuff I don't put in the dishwasher, I hand wash, and then the rest of it I put in the dishwasher. My wife, I don't think since I've lived here in the last How long have I been here? 25 years. I think I've been with my wife about 15 years. I don't think she's ever done dishes once, maybe once. Yeah. Phoenix call. Yeah, what's your question, buddy? Here it is. What do you think I'm building?
When I first met my wife, I told her, I don't wash dishes. I don't paint. Okay. So don't ask. Those are the two things that I hate the most. Painting more than anything. Painting the house. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'd rather hire somebody for that. No
That
way.
was a conversation starter, was it?
Building a filament maker from PLA scrap, whatever works. Yeah, we'd love to see pictures of it. Not sure what type of design you're talking about.
I even stopped doing my own oil changes. I take it to Jiffy Lube now. It's
Yeah,
more
you go to a lot of those places though. They don't want to replace the filter. They just want to stick a tube down your dipstick tube and suck old stuff out, which they can't get it completely out and not replace.
Oh no, that's no.
Be careful about that.
I make sure that at Jiffy Lube they change the filter, pull it out from the bottom, and I make sure I watch them. I know I've heard that happen to a lot of places that start doing that.
I had an 08 Tacoma years ago, and I took it to one of those places one time, and I didn't want to mess with it. And they're getting ready to unbolt my skid plate underneath the truck, looking for the oil fluid. It's like, dude, no, pop the hood. Look, it's right here. It's on top. It sticks up. Instead of being underneath the vehicle with it, open on the top, it's on top of the vehicle pointing down. So
now, if I had a big enough garage and it had a lift in it, I can see me doing that. But otherwise, no.
I'm saving all my bamboo waste to one of these days do something with it. As far as for a couple of years, I saved all waste in one bucket. But then again, what was bad about that? You're mixing PETG and PLA and ABS. I would have to separate them and then eventually try to figure out what to do with them. Repurpose them in a mold, melt them, and put them in a mold. Make a picture with them. Make a big plastic sheet with them. There's a lot of things you might be able to do with them. No barking.
Yeah, try to maybe with the heat gun too. I have a big heat gun in the back, and my wife early on suggested that to find some kind of form to put the bamboo poop in it and then just melt it down with the heat gun. So, but I don't think the heat gun would evenly heat up anything. I think I would have to put like 2 or 3 pieces in, then melt it, then put another 2, 3 pieces inside, then melt it, and then put another 3, 4 pieces in, melt it.
Get a toaster oven outside. A toaster oven will work real good. Just don't.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Hello, Chris Travis. How you doing today, my friend?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, Michael Teaching Tech recently done another video where he was grinding up his stuff, trying to make filament and doing this and that. There's no easy or inexpensive way of doing it correctly. There's a lot of ways to do it. It's like another hobby, like tinkering on a printer.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm currently working on printing it again.
Yeah, I watch, as a lot of you probably know, I watch football. I love Dallas. They're doing awesome lately. Now, I didn't watch the game, but a couple of weeks ago, the Raiders, which are based here in Las Vegas, played some team, and the final score was 3-0. The other team had 3, Raiders had 0. How do you get 0? I mean, come on. Both teams so good you can't score on each other. And then the Raiders played a few days ago, and the score was like, I'm wrong, but it's like 60-13 or something really crazy. One week they get 0, the next week they completely wipe out the other team. It's just crazy. So I missed it, so I can go over to YouTube and I can watch highlights on YouTube. They show you all the touchdowns and all the major things that happen in it. Take care, Richard. Have a great day. Thank you you're always welcome to come back on stream next week when I'm on. I'm always here Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific each and every week. Thank you very much. Sigma wife says it was 63 to 21. Yeah, that's just crazy. And she says, my wife is an Alabama fan. She watches college football, and she doesn't like, she said it's more exciting to watch college football. And let's give away that roll of film in here in just a second. If you're in the USA, let's see, let me just pull up the Ziltech site. I usually do that. If you live in the USA, hashtag USA in chat for a chance to win one roll of PLA, PETG, or ABS. You can enter anywhere in the world, but it must go to a USA address. And if you've won the last few months, please don't enter because Ziltech doesn't like mailing out filament to the same people over and over and over. So if you've won recently, please don't enter. But we're going to do that drawing here in just a second. Let me take down that banner. Let me share my screen.
PC Van Vliet, she actually got COVID, and they had to take her to the hospital. But she's okay now. She's back home.
Good.
3.5 old. Yeah, my granddaughter. The new granddaughter.
She's safe now.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope she'll be okay.
Oh, she's fine now. Like I said, she got back home last night. She was in the hospital for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And Ziltech is back having free shipping over 75. Before the pandemic, they did that, and then it went away. They had reduced shipping, and now it's back. But they sell filament. They have tons of extrusion. If you want to build a custom printer and you need some extrusion cut to any particular length, they sell tons of extrusion. They get dual and tricolor filament now. They have big Texas-sized spools, which I don't really like big spools, but they sell, like I say, and they got other printer equipment. They're based out of Texas. Their filament is made from their company in China, and they ship it over. If you're in Canada, if your order's big enough, they will ship to Canada. But a lot of their dual and tricolor filament is just beautiful, beautiful stuff. I've reviewed a bunch of it for them. And if you win, personally, I think you got to check out their silk filament. Very nice filament. Silk is not the greatest for strength, but they got a lot of beautiful colors. And where's my, here it is. We got 23 people entered for the giveaway. Yeah, anybody can enter PC Vant and you just donate it to somebody. You can either give it to somebody in chat on screen, you can have me redraw, or you can send it to somebody else. Once we have a winner, I'll put my email in chat. Write down my email. Email me today or right during the stream and say, hey, here, go to ziltech.com, pick out some filament, email me, let me know what kind of filament you want and a mailing address. And my rep will get it sent out Monday morning. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And who's it going to be today? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Barrett Fawcett, congratulations. Are you in chat? Barrett Fawcett, are you in chat? When I see that name, I think of Farrah Fawcett. I used to really like Farrah Fawcett.
That's what I was thinking.
Barrett Fawcett, are you in chat? Need to be present to win. Barrett Fawcett, say something in chat. See a lot of congrats. I'm waiting for Barrett Fawcett to say something in chat. They're watching on Twitch. Yeah, I used to watch a Fall Guy back in the day. Barrett Fawcett. Barrett Fawcett. There he is. All right, Barrett Fawcett. I see you right there. Here's my email. I'll put my email in chat. Just go to ziltech.com and pick out a type of filament. Let me know what color, and then email me your mailing address. If it's not going to you, then I need a mailing address where it is going. And there's my email. jenap1 @yahoo.com. Please email me your information with what type of filament, and my rep will get it sent out to you or whoever you like Monday morning, and that has to be USA only. Congratulations.
Hey,
Now
Jerry,
back to everybody on screen. Go for it. Talk away.
I slowed it down. It looks much better. Tried it.
Oh yeah,
again.
the bottom looks a lot better.
Yeah, I slowed
wow.
it down.
It's looking great.
What kind of feed and speeds?
2,000 and 90%. But I'm right now. I'm running it in 10 watts.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of times when you got a 10/30, a lot of times your 30 watt might run kind of hot, so you might have to go with something. Use a 10 watt. It depends.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm doing all my testing in 10 and seeing, getting an idea where I'm going with it, and then I'll shoot for 30 and see what happens then. And I've been writing everything down. So.
Did you see my video yesterday? That I put out yesterday.
When you were with
the nativity scene.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yesterday, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I used the 30 watt to make that stained look, and the 30 watt to get the other looks in there. So you could check that out. I put all the settings in that video.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting video. How did you come up with that idea? You seem to have a lot of great ideas that I don't think about.
I don't know. I was
They just come to you, or you see it.
Yeah.
You see it somewhere, and you're like, well, it looks cool. Let me figure out how they did that.
No, normally they just come to me. Normally I won't try to copy something. I'll just let something come to me.
Okay.
I was watching you and Rich the other day. Was it day before yesterday?
Yep. That was yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, yesterday. Okay, and I had to run somewhere to do a service call, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. But I said I'll watch it when I get back, and then I got back late, so I'll play it. I want to finish watching it.
Yeah, that was a fun video. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it looked like it.
All right, let's see if I can get this camera over here.
A couple of your videos, Patrick, at the beginning where you're sitting in the chair, I usually watch them in the bedroom. I've got to crank my TV up really loud. And then you show other clips that are much louder. So I don't know if it's just my TV or if it's your recording volume on some of them.
I normalize everything to -6 decibels.
Okay, then it must be my TV.
And I do separate tracks, like to make sure each different track is the same.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, Tripod.
Hey, Tripod.
You watched it yesterday.
X-Tool S1. Does anybody here have an X-Tool S1?
Load of rubbish. Don't bother buying it. I'm joking. It looks incredible, actually. Looks incredible.
Yeah, Tripod. I was watching Patrick in the bedroom. Yeah. My dogs are with me. Tripod has it. Ask chat. PC Vamp. Wouldn't ask your question. Tripod has one in chat. And he might. I'm not sure. You already got a video out on the Tripod?
I believe he does.
See, I switched cameras and now it's flickering again. It doesn't make any sense.
And I'm sure you've Googled it and you can't find a good answer.
Nah, I've tried everything. Hopefully the new ATEM that arrives fixes the issue.
Do you have another PC you could temporarily hook up to see if it's the computer causing a problem, or a laptop you could plug into your video source?
I've tried it on a laptop one time briefly. Yeah, I could do that again.
I mean, you wouldn't have to film a video on it. You could do it for your own. Try to narrow out if it's not this, or this. Try the source. Try the
right
that you're plugged into, maybe.
What is that you're engraving, Patrick?
Matt.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
That would be the debug.
Ah, engraving it. Ah, cool.
Look at Matt's smile. Look how happy he is.
I'll be back in a second. I gotta go get a soda.
Okay.
This will be the first image I ran with this 120 watt laser, so I just kind of winged it on settings.
Hang on. So Matt German's your first?
Yes.
Wow.
And my camera is slowly sinking. Actually, I'm gonna get a tripod and get a better angle anyway.
Let me share my screen here. I'll show you what I'm getting ready to run. Now that the filament came. Okay, here's the alien. See the mouth?
Oh yeah.
Now, where's it at? It's kind of hard to see. Let me go back to the prepare file. Wait a minute, did I load the wrong file? No, here it is. See right here where I cut it off? It wouldn't fit that I have in my hand. It wouldn't fit on the build plate, so I had to cut part of it off. I'll glue it back on once I get going. And send this over to the printer. And now it's got to go all the way to China and back. So I hit send. Let's see how fast does it get to go all the way to China and back. As screwed up as the internet is, I'm really with China. I'm really surprised that it goes over to their. Unless it doesn't go to their hub in China, but wherever it goes to their cloud. There we go. Now my printer's firing up. Or it's downloading to the printer now. Need to get some new stickers sometime made with my new logo. Because inside the cabinet here, I got my old one there. But next year will be a better year for me. Mine and my wife's health insurance was costing us $480 a month on Affordable Health Care Act. Well, the new plan I picked is only $80 a month, so I'll be able to save $400 a month. And it looks like a good plan. It's still through Health Plan Nevada, so.
Hopefully that's a little better angle. You can start to see the picture come to life.
I mean, who doesn't want a picture of Matt German engraved into metal?
Exactly.
That's incredible. That's quick as well, isn't it?
Heavy metal Matt.
We can get it to focus. There we go.
Yeah, Patrick with Light Source Engraving is a fiber laser. I'll consider an expert. He has many different types of machines, diode lasers, CO2.
Yeah, I have too many to count. UV, CO2 galvo, 2 CO2 gantries, 3 fibers, 3 or 4 diodes.
The supports are auto-generated. I always auto-generate supports with whatever I'm using.
I actually have 2 3-in-1 laser cleaner welder cutters sitting here right now too, 1,000 watt and a 2,000 watt.
Look at that. It's coming out.
Yeah, if your camera's not working, I say reboot your computer. And then what are you viewing it through OBS or?
Bugman.
Oh, I actually have 2 light burns open. Let me close one of them and see if that fixes anything.
Hello, Crystal.
Hey, Krista.
Crystal.
Oh my gosh, that flickering's killing me.
Phoenix is wondering where you've been up to, Matt. What have you been doing? Liam was on, I think it was last week Liam was on. He pops in once in a blue moon. He's doing well. In the last month, he's popped on twice. Oh, we're doing good.
With him, less more though, isn't it?
Yeah, that drive me berserk about that camera blinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna reboot and come back.
It's crazy quick though.
But it's gonna be about 5 minutes, and I'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
And things are fast.
Mm-hmm. Looking great.
Well,
I got Paul glued back together, but I need to do some putty work on him. That I got the legs done and the tail for my alien. I'm just right now starting to print the rest of the upper body. I have about half of the parts printed. I've been waiting on Polymake to come in the mail for a while, but I finally got my codes from my guy and getting started on that. There's the legs to Derek's big Hulk, which is a lot bigger than my alien. And here's the head, which is huge. And Derek has that face. Derek's doing the face because the Hulk is kind of doing the same expression.
That's a lot of work.
And anybody interested in a really big hand job, here you go. That's a big hand, a big arm and hand.
All right, second one
that thing's
finished.
huge.
And then here's my 60-watt Haltien fiber laser that I got. I'm partnered with the company. Thank you to Patrick and Haltien for making this possible. And there is a air assist from Patrick with Light Source Engraving. It sent me. Done a quick video on it that I put out a few days ago. Works really good. I'm using my air assist off my 10-watt Raleigh.
Now, what's amazing is when you, off your Lasermatic. What's amazing is when you're running the deep engrave with the fiber laser and you have no air, and then you have your air assist pointed away from it and then pointed at it and then move it back and forth, and you see the brightness of the beam actually becomes more intense when it's hitting the metal. It's like you're adding oxygen to a torch. You get a bigger flame or hotter flame. So you actually get a deeper engraving with the air running because it's removing more material.
And on that coin, I was way off center, like I mentioned, but when I framed it, it appeared to be dead on. Why can't I read the text? Because the text is not legible.
Probably in the image settings, the adjustments might have needed to have been a little more contrast or gamma adjusted to create more difference in the light and the dark areas.
I assume too much, as you know, and you know what I'm going to say right now that I've already mentioned. But because the man in the video that I got this coin from for $1.99, the images for front and back, was using the Monport TI-60, I believe it was, like you and Rich have, the one that I never received. I figured since it's still a 60 watt with the same lens, even though everything's different, I figured his settings would probably be pretty close just to run it and try it. And when he previewed his image looked perfect in the preview, where when I previewed my image, the last couple layers, it was all wiped red. It's like, can't even see it now.
Red, could have, if you had showed traversal moves ticked on the preview, those show up as red.
Okay.
So that would have been just where the mirrors were moving to hop over parts that weren't being engraved.
Because I'm dragging the slider, and it shows it being drawn. It looks pretty good. Then when I get near the end, one whole rim on one side is not red, and then it has a big red smear on the whole thing. It's like, where'd I go wrong at? But I'll figure it out. It's like 3D printers. I don't know everything about 3D printers, but that's all I've done since 2017. So, it's pretty easy to figure out most things on 3D printing. Now that I'm into a fiber laser, it's a whole new ballgame. I just have to learn. but I want to keep making content as much as possible. You know, me, my journey, learning, and make the company happy.
I'm really glad I got this Roly. This thing is a nice laser engraver.
I did that on a business card, just guessing at some settings. It's not focusing. There
There
it
you
goes.
go.
Focus.
There it goes.
And then my first attempt on a coin, or actually my first attempt was this one. And it's off center, and you can't see it. And this was like 250 passes, but it's not deep. But then it gets high detail, so I don't know. I can't get it to focus.
I'm interested in that. Can you take a photo of it, Jerry, and put it up on screen?
There we go.
Oh, that's better.
I've done that on CNC a few years ago. Tripod's done this coin a bunch. That style, that image. And then I was working on a Terminator coin, and I had it framed right, but once I got done, obviously it wasn't framed right. But I only did the one side. I'm experimenting with different settings. It didn't come out how I wanted it to come out.
Yeah.
But it took away, well, I used air assist on it, and you could see as it was working in the video that all the brass was off to one side like powder where it blew it off the print. But yeah, it's definitely way off center. But the word Terminator, I can't read it. And it says, what, T800 down below, and I can't read it. Yeah, I can't read it. So I'll learn. It'll take time.
We'll get you sorted out where it looks perfect.
Jeremy HL Holsters. Actually, I got something else I can show you. He helped me work out a lot of my colors on steel.
All right.
That's on plain steel. The steel came from Patrick. He sent me a ton of goodies to mail. I got to get some stainless.
That's the same steel I'm putting matte on at the moment. Actually, I'm not flickering if you want to show that while you have a chance.
Oh, good. Cool.
Look at that.
Bugman.
And you and Rich, when you done the coasters the other day, Rich's was coming out a lot darker, but then you were working with a couple colors where yours came out a lot lighter.
Yeah.
But then based on the coasters, a lot of different things can affect the machines, even though they're identical with same settings.
Yep. And this being the first time I'm running an image with this particular laser source, I could tweak this and make it come out even better.
Which machine, which fiber laser are you using?
Well, it's a hybrid. I have a 120 watt source that I got from Pascal. And then I put that source inside of my NOAA laser that was an 80 watt. So I upgraded it from 80 to 120.
Oh.
But it's a JPT 120 watt and a NOAA laser Smart 2 case.
Yeah, I see he has that handheld he showed on Facebook. I shared that on my group for cleaning rust or all kinds of things. So it's like the Ghostbusters Ectopack.
Yeah, wearing the damn fiber laser on your back.
And being portable, of course, you got to be plugged in. I don't think it's battery operated. You'd have to have a big, long, heavy-duty power cord.
Yeah, the 1,000 watt and this 2,000, they run on 220. So I'm not sure if they're using a lower power source and run it off 110 or what.
Yeah, I got my garage wired for 220 for a welder, and I have a really heavy-duty construction grade 220 cord that I used to run with an arc welder. and with my wire feed that I sold. I should have never bought a 220 wire feed welder because you can't do portable work. I bought a Lincoln. It was a nice unit. It had argon gas to go with it. And I figured I'll get a 220. That way I can have everything. But no, you can't, because go do side work somewhere. Not everybody has 220, etc. You know, unless they want to plug their dryer if they have an electric dryer. So 210 is the 110 is best to go for. Then you can do mobile work and plug it anywhere.
Yep.
I got a plasma cutter that runs off of 120 or 240. You can run it either or, but you can only cut to a certain thickness with the 120. But 120 works well for me because it's all ductwork. So the metals, the thickest is like 26 gauge, so does really well on it.
Thank you, Ferret Boston. I got your email. And I'll notify my rep of that, and they'll get it mailed out to you Monday. So you should have it by Thursday, Friday. Well, the holidays are coming up, so I'm not sure how long it'll take, but you should have it by the time we have our next stream. Because Sergio also went some filming a while back, and he got his on the following Monday.
Sure did. Man, Christmas coming up, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, a couple weeks away.
No, not even.
I've got a little bit of YouTube money coming in on the 23rd because I haven't bought not one present for my grandkids, my son, or anybody because I don't have any money in the bank. So when I get my YouTube money, I'll try to get some of them something. That's why I ask for donations all the time on my stream. Or
I just pulled this little guy off the Soval SB07 Plus.
nice. Little shark.
Yeah, just a little articulated shark. Looks like it did pretty well. I've just been testing it out.
I got to get these lights done before I printed them all out, all the light boxes. Now, next week, I'm going to spend some time putting the LEDs in them, get that out of the way. But I was getting all these cutting boards out of the way, may as well. I'm done with them now. Did the last one.
Phoenix calls wondering is a cutter for HVAC.
What's that? Oh, well, Sergio is the cutter. Oh yeah, it's for cutting ductwork, making holes and stuff like that when you need to make a nice round hole.
Dreams Void, hello. Thank you for joining in.
I was thinking if I ever build my my CNC, I could take the torch from the plasma cutter, find a way to mount it on there, and do some cuts like that.
Joe, Matt has back issues. That's why he's standing up. His back hurts him quite a bit. I don't think he's cold.
Yeah, sorry that I was standing up, but my back is hurting really badly right now. So.
You need to get on an inversion table. Have you tried that?
I used to have one my neighbor gave me. I tried it one time. It's like, no, I don't do this.
Those things are great. I have back issues, and when I start having problems, I get on the inversion table.
Yeah, hang upside down.
Yeah. That thing works really, really well. You get on there a couple days, you're good to go. The best thing they say, I was told just do it every day. 5-10 minutes, however long I can take it. And my back won't keep going out.
I was muted.
Thank God.
Yeah, we couldn't. Yeah. No.
I did it myself, Sam.
I got a question, Patrick.
Yeah.
My 110 lens. Okay, you said you usually use your 200 most of the time, right?
Yep.
Will a 200 do a coin just as nice as a 110?
Yeah. Change your settings to accommodate for the larger lens size. It will do just as well, but could take longer to get the same depth because you don't have as much power at your dot.
because each lens, as you go up to a larger size, is to a larger area on the build surface. Like 110 by 110, 200 by 200, 300 by 300.
Yeah, just imagine an adjustable spotlight. And how that's your spot. If you're adjusting it, it's as your lens is getting bigger, your spot's getting bigger. So your power is just distributed over a larger surface area.
So
I
when
mean,
you
although
engrave,
we're talking tiny areas, it still makes a difference.
when you engrave your paintball or airsoft guns, you're using a 200 millimeter lens.
Typically, yes, because you can fit a whole piece underneath of one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the best out of the three lenses. I would probably do more work with a 200, so I should probably steer away from trying to learn everything on a 110, because if I wind up going to 200, then I got to relearn all that stuff.
Yeah, or just modify your settings for the 200. Which hopefully after the first of the year, I'll be able to start working with Gio on his settings conversion calculator, and once that takes off, that'll make switching lenses a breeze. Hey, we're done.
It's done.
Nice.
I'm not going to run it again. We'll just see how it looks. Not too bad. I bet if I put a coat of Rust-Oleum triple thick on that, it'll come out. The light's going to wash it out. Let me turn the light off. Let me see.
There you go.
It's not quite as washed out.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix, you adjust the focal distance by taking the tower up or down.
Yeah, I can get that for first try with settings. That turned out pretty good. I can get that a little darker and a little better. But
Your audio just went all gurgly and then it cleared up.
say I can get that a little darker and a little better, but for a first go round, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Not at all.
that's nice.
Yeah, what's bad about doing things live, or you're doing live unboxing and you're taping it, is if your audio, I always do a test, and then I take the card out of my camera, put it in my computer, I check to see if my lighting looks good, I can hear myself okay, because once you unbox it and build it, and then you had no audio, then you're screwed. You can't take it all back apart and rebox it up.
Yep.
So I would do a test with my camera before I do the actual thing.
That's a good one,
And
Jerry.
Everybody in chat, 1 second, with Polymaker, everybody in chat, I've always said it takes anywhere 2 or 3 weeks for Polymaker to get a hold of you. Now that we have the holidays, Nick is moving to the U.S. It might even take longer, because I had a person that contacted me that won on November 11th of last month. They haven't received anything from Polymaker, and I've contacted Polymaker regarding that, but it might take longer. So you did win it. You will get it. It just might not be immediately. The only people that ship out immediately is Ziltech here in the U.S. You always get it within a week.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go hit this with clear coat, and then you can see the difference.
All right. Cool. I think Patrick shaved for sure. Look, I didn't see much hair around the brim of his hat. I bet he shaved.
Could be.
Oh, Nick's already in Texas, Phoenix. All right. Cool. Love Texas. I live in Vegas, but I've been to Texas a handful of times, driven down there. Yeah, Fair Fawcett, if you won the Ziltech, you can enter for the Polymaker. Nice. TK, how you doing, buddy?
That's that Polymaker.
Loving your S140 watt. Cool. Yeah, I currently don't have a CO2 laser. I had the little K40, and I sold it because you can only do an 8x12 area. It's just way too small, and I wanted to get something much bigger. So what I'm thinking is one of these days, after I do enough videos for the company on the fiber laser, make them really happy with content, maybe in a year, I'll ask them for a big CO2 laser that I can put in the garage. But that's down the road. But I would like to have a big CO2 laser for doing large signs and large things out of wood. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah, he did.
Did you shave your head?
Nah, my head's normally shaved.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought you had hair. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I let it grow longer, but no, I
Maybe-
shaved my beard off.
Oh, that's what it is. I know. Oh, that's what it is. I know something looked different about you. Okay.
Oh yeah, much better.
Looks great.
Yep, just a little bit of clear coat on that raw steel. It
Mad.
brings out the detail.
Sure
I mean, it's
does.
better looking than matte.
Yeah, he can do a green tint. If his color scale has a green in it, you can do green, right, Patrick? Your color chart? Or green
Yeah, I've got some greens. It takes playing with to get it show up in that image correctly.
Okay, I'll bet everybody here watching and in the stream, within a month, you're going to see a video on that in green on his channel. Because Patrick does a video for
That's a definite possibility.
Then you can say that Sam Prentice gave you the idea since you've seen his video. You went and downloaded the file, and that'd be a plug for Sam too.
Well, I don't. Sam probably doesn't need it, but I'll gladly give him a plug.
I'll
That's
take
no
anything.
problem.
I'll take anything. Don't worry about that.
So there we go. Let me get you even closer up.
Everybody should always plug everybody whenever possible, when it's relevant.
There we go.
I know you like being plugged, don't you, Jerry?
Oh, of course. Love it.
Somehow I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, after I said I love it, then I realized what he's talking about.
No mercy.
Oh yeah.
SMH, is that like a TMI?
SMH. Shaking my head.
Okay.
USB unplugging. Bleeding.
Yeah, my nozzle on my bamboo's getting wore off. The first layer kind of sounds like sandpaper, like it's dragging. And the last time I had a nozzle wore out from my glow-in-the-dark film, and it did that for a very long time. And then I swapped the nozzle. I realized, hey, it sounds smooth again. It doesn't feel like it's dragging across the bed. It'll still print fine, but the first layer is noisy. It feels like the nozzle's too close to the bed as it sounded, the way it sounds when the nozzle gets wore out. But
I noticed that with certain filaments, Jerry. There were certain filaments that I print like that, and I can hear that. And I change, or when it changes filament, or I change, it stops for some reason. I don't know. Maybe after that layer is laid down, maybe it's swelling a little bit or something, and it's causing it to do that with certain filament. But I haven't been able to figure it out. Just it does it with certain filaments.
I've got an Ender 3 in the other room that I don't use. I think something's wrong with the board, and I got a couple Enders in parts and a couple boxes. But I still have a couple Ender 3s laying around, the original ones. But I don't use them anymore.
I have an Ender 3 V2.
Jerry, are they end up there in the box?
What?
Do they end up there in the box? Those
End up
Enders?
there? Ender there? Yeah.
Sorry.
Got a button for that.
I'll get the Ender 3 KA version soon.
Bamboo
use
tops,
and do a review on.
Oh, taps. Okay. Yeah.
Another Ender.
Which Ender did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
The
We got a
KA
button
version.
Are you ready?
I'll be back in a second. I'm being summoned. Somebody needs something.
All right.
One.
Oh, I got plenty of time.
3.
You got grandkids over right now?
need to go to the drugstore in a little while because I got to pick up my wife's prescriptions, but not yet. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, I get mine at CVS drive-through every week or so. Got to pick up high blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine. And if I would lose all my weight, I wouldn't need to take high blood pressure medicine no more.
Do we have also a Steve in the chat? Like Steve, Jerry Springer show? Jerry, Steve. No?
Oh, Steve, yeah. Yeah, he had his own show for a while. I used to like watching Jerry Springer. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Steve the cop.
Yeah.
Steve Wilkos. That was his name.
Yeah.
That's his
Wilkins
last
or
name.
something like that, yeah.
Next to Jerry was Steve, the second known person from the show. I watch those a lot.
Yeah, the other morning I woke up early. I got my monster. I sat on the couch. I turned on my 70-inch, and there he was. The real Sam Prentice was live streaming.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't get a notification. I said turned on the bell and I still didn't get a notification. That happens a lot with YouTube.
Yeah, it's got to randomly catch people.
I always get a notification when Jerry goes live. In 30 minutes, Jerry is going live. I'm like, yay!
The big alien, I got a new CO, a 60-watt fiber laser from Hal Tien. I'm working with that, so I'm trying to make a lot of content for it and learning so I can make content for it. So I'm trying to focus everything right now on working with my fiber laser and then my alien. Yeah, it's a shame he passed away. But everybody has to go at some point. I mean, you know, I hope I live to be 100 years old and I'm still doing all this, but you never know. It could happen today, next week, 5 years, you never know. When it's your time, it just happens. Doesn't matter how good your health is or bad, it just happens. So,
those are pretty cool looking incense burners, Matt.
Thank you. Yeah, I got them off STL Flicks.
Here you go, Matt. You want to show them again? If I should pass away, I feel sorry for my wife. What is she going to do with all this stuff? She says, I'll throw it away. Of course you wouldn't. There's too much money in this room. Shothill 3D, hello.
Welcome. I did modify the box because it came in 2 pieces, so I put it together in 3D Builder and basically put it together as one piece. And I have to print it like this on the bamboo because it's not big enough to print that way.
But did you print the part that catches the ash out of?
Regular PLA.
PLA.
Yeah. I did put extra layers in, but that part I put like 7 layers in.
I don't think the ash will burn it because the ash is going to be cold when it hits it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. Because it's going to be anyway in the air, as you can see, holding it quite a bit upwards. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it out. You know, I naturally would let it go out, burn out, and then I think we'll have no problems with it. The thing will get dusty. That's the only thing. You know, I'm not a big fan of incense burning. I like the smell of it, but it just goes everywhere in all the soft furniture.
Phoenix wants to know if you're going to join the toy drive for next year. Well, Matt's in the UK. Matt's in the UK. So.
Yeah, the Alan toy drive, probably I will design something maybe, but I don't know what yet. They already put something out what they want to do for next year, but I forgot what it was, so I have to look it up.
Well, I'm going to jump off of here, guys. It's been a pleasure seeing everyone. You guys have a good rest of the weekend.
Thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate it. I hope you figure out your camera issues, and I'm sure later today I'll probably message you.
Yep,
So,
no problem. Hopefully
you know,
Monday this new piece of hardware fixes it, but we'll see.
I think I should put the 200 lens on there, and then I'll start over from scratch and redoing everything. But when I put the 200 on, and Jeremy, we were doing that private live stream, I should have taped it, and I didn't. When I put the 200 on and I tried to do a clearing pass, it was burning black on what he recommended, and all I do it when I switch lens. So I don't know. I'll figure it
I'll
out.
just double check your focus and then make sure that's right. If you still have the issue, just give me shoot me a message.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. You have a great day. And everybody
All right.
check out
You
Light
too.
Source Engraving. Subscribe to my YouTube, follow them on socials. And every 2 weeks, they get together and have the LA Hobby Guy, and Steve Hobo with Wood get together, Laser Maker's Realm, and they have a nice live stream. And they'll be on, he said, tomorrow at 3 Eastern.
Yep, tomorrow at 3.
Awesome. Take care, buddy.
All right. See you guys later.
See you then.
Bye.
See you later.
Anybody in chat like to join in? Here's a link. If you'd like to come in on camera and talk about what you're doing, you're welcome to self-promote. I encourage everybody to promote whatever you're working on. If you want to promote something you're selling, it's not a problem, as long as it's hobby related to what we work with.
Yeah.
And first layer detection on the bamboo. Let's see what happens. Looks fine to me.
Everybody is so silent today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have my excuses. I'm tired. I got a backache. But what's your excuse?
Mine excuse. I'm amazed about what everybody is saying and showing.
I think we should give away a roll of Polymaker.
I think that sounds
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
splendid.
Polymaker US. I live in the USA in Las Vegas, Nevada. Polymaker has just about any possible color you can think of under the sun. They have a zillion types of filament, great filament, and I'm an partner affiliate with them right now. I'm getting my names mixed up. And they're sponsoring my alien build. It's going to be around 30-something spools when I get all done, but it's great filament. So if you do hashtag Polymaker anywhere in the world they ship, you'll be able to get a roll. What happens after the stream is over, I go on my Discord on Polymaker. I fill out a form. It states who won, when they won, on what stream. Then I email that person that same form. You'll win. I'll give you my email. You contact me. I send you back the form tonight. You fill it out. And somewhere within, let's say, 1 to 4 weeks, no idea, because of the holidays and everything going on, Polymaker will email you back with a coupon code where you get a free roll of filament and another code for free shipping. So anywhere they ship to in the world, you will get contacted, but it's taking longer than normal right now. So hopefully it works out. But they will contact you. I will send you the form. So let's draw a winner, guys.
Yeah.
Let me share screen. Turn off the banner. We got 27 entries. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. 1. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Okay. Well, first off, he didn't have to be funny. Matt can't win Polymaker filament, but it's just funny that he wins so much on streams.
Jeez.
So do you want to donate or redraw?
I want to donate it to somebody who never used Polymaker.
Okay, who in chat has never used Polymaker?
Be honest, please.
I have never used Polymaker.
Come on, check the way. We know you're lying. We know your nose is drawing.
What is that, Polymaker?
I don't know. I can't tell. Travis, you had one, right? Yeah, I know. Just re-roll. Just re-roll.
Here we go. Re-rolling.
Yeah, I think it's the best choice re-rolling. This way.
Dusty Knuckles.
Yay!
Congrats, Dusty. Are you in chat? Do you want it? You want to donate it? You want to keep it? What do you want to do? Must be present to win. I'm pretty sure Dusty's still in chat.
Oh, he's
I'm
on
looking.
Twitch.
Dusty Knuckles, are you still here?
There he is. He's here.
Congratulations, Dusty. Run a roll of Polymaker filament. You have my email? Okay. Guys, shoot me an email. I'll fill out the form later, and I'll shoot you the form. And as you know, because you've been telling me, it takes Polymaker a while. So hopefully within the next month, you'll get the code so you can order the free roll of filament. So it's just a shame it has to take a company that long. They should hire somebody specifically for this purpose. But I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. But congratulations. Thank you, Matt, for donating that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Matt wins too much anyway.
Oh, come on.
You know, a while back, Onefinity was giving away one of their really nice CNC machines, which cost $4,000, and they're out of Canada. And they were giving one away. And I said, Matt, please log on and watch his stream. And if you win it, please give it to me. Because he wins so much, I wanted him to enter. And I don't remember. He didn't win it. But anyway, yeah, Matt's very lucky. Matt's very lucky when it comes to winning.
Yeah, he's won what? 2 bamboo, 2 X1 carbons?
1 bamboo, 2 were given to me.
Jeez.
He's got the P1Ps.
I couldn't even get on what's his name stream, the big stream. I think they were hacked or something.
3D printing nerd.
Yeah. Wasn't he hacked?
There was a gaming stream going on at the time, and that was hacked on Gleam, and then Gleam broke down because of it, because some hackers hacked Gleam, and then later it cleared up.
Yeah, because I couldn't. I tried to get. You know how you got to fill out the form to be able to win, and it wouldn't send me the email. That's nice.
Yeah, during Joel's stream, I had my wife's account open on one screen and mine on another screen. That way I could legally enter twice for everything. And I didn't win anything after 7.5 hours, and I gave up. So I donated at the beginning, and then,
I like the connection part. They're very thick and very loose also.
Oh, yeah, Matt hasn't won. His wife says he hasn't won any printers. She won the Bamboo last year, the P1P.
Yeah.
She's letting Matt use it, so.
So nice of her.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, babe. I love you.
So yeah, Sam, you were saying that on the mini that you can go 8 colors now.
No. I was saying that you could potentially go 8 colors. I think you'll be able to. My guess is going to be that they're going to bring out a 8 color combo. So you'll have 2 AMSs that plugs into the same thing. That then will plug basically into the 4. There would be an 8. It would make logical sense for that to be the next stage of evolution for people that want to, step that up. I don't really see a reason why they wouldn't. So. Watch this space.
It is there.
Why keep it on 4? Why not make more than 4? Like, let's say, put 8 in a box, or put.
Hey, Red Light, how you doing?
Fellas.
Maybe you could plug 2 lots in. I'm not Bamboo. I'm just who am I? So that's on them. That's what whatever they decide to do. But it just kind of makes me think that it would be a good route for them. Doubling your colors pretty quick.
I would say so. I tell you what, I never thought I would go to 16 colors on my X1, and I did. So
Yeah, if you buy 4 AMS units, you can do 16 colors.
Yeah.
I've got 1 AMS unit, or you don't have to run any AMS units.
that's what I got, 4 of them.
Yep, me
The
too.
solution
Hello,
for
hello.
room
Randall?
was that those things that I printed, you can stack 2 AMSs on each side.
Yep.
Which is what I did.
Phoenix Call, I'm not sure what you're talking about with Loyal and a Polymaker in the forums. I go on the Discord. I fill out and send out the same form that everyone does manually, but I'm not sure what you mean. I give away 1 roll a week. I asked them a while back if I give away 1 roll a week. They said sure, so that's why I do 1 roll a week. And then Ziltech allows me to do 3 rolls a month in any order I want, but not 4 rolls for some unknown reason. And Matt wants to show off his copy Lego, little Lego man.
Yeah.
It's
done all.
nice.
Is
I
that
still have to redo the head.
yeah?
So, but otherwise, it's pretty good.
Yeah, what happened there? The colors weren't mixing right, or
I know, doesn't he? That's just like Sam, doesn't he?
yeah, it looks like he's got rings around his head.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the saint.
Oh, you know what? Was it different? Oh yeah, no, it happened where the black is. Ah,
Yeah, exactly. I forgot to do the color calculations.
oh, okay. Or did you cut down the amount that it purges?
I forgot to flush it at all.
Okay.
So in the program, you normally can click a button that says flush colors basically, and then press OK. I didn't do that. That's why I have it.
Yeah, I was going to play with that, and then I said, you know what? It's printing well. I don't care. Let it poop. As long as the print comes out fine, that's all I care.
Yeah, this is at least 2 kilos of 1.5 kilos of filament. Maybe 2 kilos. I have to check it out how much it weighs. I have
2 kilos.
probably. He's very heavy and tall.
How much infill did you use?
I think 5% or 10.
I use 5% on almost everything, except for the alien legs. A lot of those were done in 15, but typically I use 5% on everything.
Another battery. Oh, the rechargeable batteries. I like rechargeable batteries.
Were you looking for a scale?
No, my battery pack.
Red light. I just got Polymaker filament in the mail today. I've got 10 rolls. I got 5 that showed up a bit ago. The other 5 are coming later by Amazon, and I'm back to printing right now. I've got about 10 more parts to print on the upper alien, and then I can start working on the video. So I should have the video out in about a week.
Mhm.
It took me almost a month to get more filament. So I got to get hold of my guy in Turkey from Polymaker, and then when he's able to get me codes, he sends them to me, and then I turn around and order it. And then once I get the codes, it comes out from Amazon within 3 days, usually. Because there's 2 warehouses here in Vegas.
Oh, sorry, it's 1.2 kilos. 1.2 kilos it is. And mostly this was done with Arion filament. And yeah, The red one, I believe, is strawberry scented, and the head is mango scented.
Strawberry and mango.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I even made a little a blunt. It's called blunderbuss. You know what a blunderbuss is?
Hello, Maker My Nexus. How you doing today?
You know, the Lego blunderbuss.
Okay.
No, what is that? Does that do anything, or it's just a prop?
It's just
No,
a prop.
For the.
So,
Just put a spring in it, a lever, and get some ping pong balls, and you can pull it back and it'll shoot ping pong balls.
yeah. No, I think I done a good job on it, recreating the Lego gun. Well, somebody said it. I originally designed it for the LM show because it was pirate scene. So I thought, yeah, I'll make a blunderbuss for the kids, you know. But then got denied because we don't know what other countries react to if somebody sees it. Maybe somebody will have an accident, you know. And so we decided not to print it. But it came out very nice.
Hey, Sam Prentice. Oh, he's gone.
He went to do something.
The only thing I don't like on the Bamboo one, the Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, is you replace the hot end on it. Sure, it's quick and easy, but then you got to get some more paste, got to line it up, slide the thing back on it, get the thermistor back in the little hole, and get the wires lined up correctly. Because one time it was glued in so well, it broke it. I broke the bulb on it, pulling the wires out of it, putting the paste on it, the glue. And I think on the two new versions of the A1s that they came out with, I don't think you have to mess with the wires at all.
Yeah, what I noticed on the A1 review videos is that they are all saying the same thing. You know, you take the cover off, you unclip something, and then you take the hot end out.
Yeah, the Revo nozzles look really cool, but I think they're kind of pricey, aren't they? Like $70.
Yeah.
Derek said you sent me some more photos. I'll check it in a second. What is the best one to get? I'd say the P1P, because I don't, unless you got $1,700 laying around. The two new, Sam can talk about, okay, red light here in the U.S. You know the junk man in the garage, Sam, that's got all the stuff everywhere? That's red light. He's considering getting a Bamboo. What would you recommend out of all the Bamboos? What should he buy?
Depends. This is the thing, isn't it? It depends on what your objective is, isn't it? So if you're printing stuff where you need an enclosure, where you need to get it up to heat, then P1S is a good printer. You know, the X1 Carbon is a brilliant printer. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and then of course, if you're looking for a more kind of budget friendly situation, you've got the Mini, and now you've got the A1. So you know, my vision is they will probably do an A1 Plus or an A1 Max, which will probably be a 320 bed. And then, of course, like everybody else, I think we're all waiting for the slightly bigger X1, style printer next. But,
So am I.
There's a possibility. It depends. So here's the thing, right? With Bamboo, the market strategy has been really interesting because they are literally going after Prusa. Okay, so the X1 Carbon came out. That was a Prusa killer, in some people's eyes. Okay, then you had this bed slinger thing, which was aimed at the Mini. Then you've got this new bed slinger, which again is aimed at the Mark III and the Mark IV, for less money and a better way of color changing, in my opinion. So it's really tricky. It's a really tricky thing, and of course it's price that's really kind of driving this. It is cheaper. It's a more cost effective, and to be honest with you, the thing that I really love about Bamboo printers is the online stuff. You know, the fact that I could just be sitting here and send any files to my print farm, and that it just be there, you know, Monday morning when I walk into work. Like that, it's just, for me, it's just completely bonkers. So the technology is moving along. And, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before about Anchor and Bamboo. And I felt like there was a connection between the two. And there is a connection between the two. The investment company that invested in Bamboo also invested in Anchor. So you might see, you know, you might have seen recently there's a UPS system that they've got for the Bamboo that's not made by Anchor, but it's made by some weird third-party name that I'd never heard of before. And there just seems to be some synergies there that were very, very interesting. So it has got a lot of money behind it still, but I don't think you should also write off companies like Prusa. I think they're still doing good work in the marketplace, even Creality. But again, you know, there's brand snobs out there. There's people that are going to absolutely 100% love a particular brand, and they'll always stick by it. It's a bit like buying a truck or buying a car. And that's fine as well. You know, no one's going to war over this. And I think people are becoming very, very over passionate about 3D printing and open source and all that kind of stuff. You know, the thing is, bottom line here is that open source really doesn't matter in most circumstances. If you've been doing this 7 or 10 years, open source is going to matter to you because you're going to be passionate about that particular topic, because that's how it was. But let's go back 7 years when you had an end of 3, okay, where you had to physically build that thing. And the thing was, it didn't work that well. You know, you had a gantry that only had one motor on it, and it did this. You know, there's a ton of issues that we had back in those days. Now you can get this thing out of the box. It's built in 15 minutes, and I've not touched it since. I've not tightened anything up. I've not done anything with it, and I've been printing with it for nearly 4 weeks now. So, you know, where we are now versus where we were, and again, you know, I think a lot of us, it's a bit like the Star Wars topic. You know, if you're over 40, you're going to have an opinion on how the films have gone. If you're a new person into Star Wars, you're probably going to be loving what you see. You know, again, the new people that are seeing these for the very first time, they don't know that we used to have to level a bed with a piece of paper. They don't know any of that stuff. And I think it's a really interesting topic that, you know, and I think you touched on this earlier. There is a point to, if you can repair your 3D printer yourself and you've got an adaptive skill, that's brilliant. But for people that don't want that, and people that don't want these things, they just want an out-of-box experience. Again, you know, Prusa is probably gonna still dominate that market in some respects if money's kind of no object. And there's still it's still not a hugely over-expensive 3D printer, but I think Bamboo are certainly they're anchoring to take that market share, and it is about the market share. It categorically is. You wouldn't fire shots at everybody without a pretty good strategy. And let's be fair, we only knew about this printer maybe, I don't know, we knew something was coming maybe 6 weeks ago. NDAs went out, and then literally just after that, everything was shipped. And they've got these in your local area, so you'll get these printers before Christmas. So, you know, the whole thing is well planned, well executed by people that really know what they're doing, and they're not messing around. And to bring out a printer just like that, we were hearing rumors that in China there was a shortage of linear rails, and we didn't know what was coming. And then all of a sudden it was this. I thought it was going to be a bigger cantilever style printer, and it ended up being this, which I was kind of like, I got out of the box and I was like, oh my God, they're doing it again. It's literally just shots fired at, you know, it's not an Ender, it's not a Prusa, it's bigger. It's, you know, you can use those beds. If you've already got a P1P or an X1 Carbon and you just want another one of these inside of that ecosystem, and again, you're getting tied into that ecosystem. It's a bit like an Apple product. So it's a very, very interesting time to be in 3D printing, but this can only, in my opinion, strategize other companies. So, you know, if you're not pivoting, if you're Creality and not thinking, hey, you know what, we better do something about this. Creality have got the K1C coming out, and the only differences I can see on that is that it's got a camera on it, which you can buy a camera for the K1 already. So I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be quick enough to kind of make different pivots and different moves like
if you can afford it, buy the X1 Carbon enclosed with all the bells and whistles. It's expensive, but it's well worth it. My second printer, if I got another one, would be a P1S, And then I would try one of the new A1s for the third one. And never in a million years would I recommend an Ender 3 to anybody. They're worthless. They're garbage. They were good in their day, but now they're not. We've moved on past that. So there's no reason to ever recommend that to somebody. And then they got to spend the next couple of years working on it and tuning it, trying to get it just right. If you want to get a first printer, get a Bamboo. If you don't have a lot of money.
Because only a couple of months ago, we were all going, oh, yeah, the Sovol SV06, it's the best money. It's the best money you'll spend all day. Then the Ender 3 V3 SE came out. It's the best money it's the best money today. It's the best money. And then all of a sudden, we're like, do you know what? Like, just spend a bit more money and get something much better. Yeah. And, I kind of feel like reviewing at the minute is very much about, oh, it's the new such and such, and it's the new such and such, and this is the best thing, and this is, and you just kind of, it's kind of getting a bit samey. But, I think the next move for Bamboo strategically will be a larger bed, and then I think we're going to start seeing some things happening inside of that market. But people are always going to love Vorons. People are always going to love to go, do you know what? I wouldn't mind building my own printer, and Rat Rig and Voron and people like that will always do very well out of that.
Yeah,
and
Phoenix says he's never had trouble with his Ender. Well, Phoenix, if you ever get a Bamboo, running with Bamboo Studio, you're going to go, oh my God, your mouth is just going to drop open, and you'll probably never turn your Ender on again.
What I like about the Bamboo is it says we sense that your lead screws need cleaning or this or that, and hey, it's time for maintenance. Go and take care of it. That I love that. It's a good reminder.
It is. It really is. And, the amount of times I've gone, oh, no, I had 6 Ender 3s. I had 3 S5s. I had, I've had all these different printers for different projects and stuff, but the size is still the issue on Bamboo. It really is. For me, it might not be for you. It might not be for the vast majority, but, the bigger style printers are certainly better. And I noticed someone also mentioned about Frozen there as well. I'm doing some work with Frozen at the moment. And their printer will be coming to me with the 4 colors. I think that's quite an interesting proposition they've got coming there. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that Hulk.
He's standing next to that. Or that's not him. That must be one of his relatives or his dad.
You have the Congo T500 coming, don't you?
The Comgro, yeah. Apparently, yeah. It got lost, didn't it? So they're. It seems quite strange. And then, of course, now we've got this Sovol kind of mix thing with Congo, which we knew about.
Okay, if you got a big bed volume, then I say keep it because a lot of the printers are a lot smaller. So, yeah, big bed volume, I'd keep it, work with it until you.
Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? They did the Ender XL, they did a whole bunch of different things, but how many more Enders do we need? I've got the V3, which is a Core ZXZ, which you would have seen at Smurf, and that's a very, very capable 3D printer. But what's going to make people? Yeah, but the thing is, you say money no object, Voron, but then you got to
build it from scratch. You got to build it.
Go and watch any stream that Justin's on. Right, he is constantly tinkering around and mucking about with stuff. And again, if you don't have, I'm not saying he doesn't, but if you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't, we're very, very dangerously pivoting towards a throwaway society inside the 3D printing world. Once your printer is done, because it's so cheap, you just throw it away and buy a new one, and you buy the latest technology. And it's the same as anything. You get the fear of missing out. It's going in that direction. And companies like Bamboo are going to be, striving forward for you to buy the next big thing and the next best thing that's coming off the production line. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for the bigger version of the X1C.
I'm using my Cheaty iFast and then my X1 Carbon for my Alien. And Derek, I believe, has P1Ps he's using for all his. So, yeah, if you cut things up enough, you can print them on any small printer. It's just you got to glue and putty and sand and stuff like that. They glue everything back together.
Don't get me wrong. The Voron Phoenix was is an absolutely epic machine. Seeing that Smurf was phenomenal. Amazing work of engineering. I also was at E3D earlier on in the day when they were inside it, installing the beds and stuff. So don't get me wrong, there's a huge amount of work that goes into that. I've got a Voron Trident that I'm supposed to be building very, very soon. Jason very kindly sent me one, and I just haven't had the time to do it. Physically, mentally, just exhausted from everything else that goes on. I just haven't had the time to do that. But you know, that went for a steal. I think it went for about $5,000, and I think it was well worth more, probably double that, if not more. The amount of time and effort that's gone into building a printer like that.
The new hot end for bamboo, right?
Sorry, darling, what are you saying?
E3D also makes the new hot end for bamboo, right? The new
so E3D.
diamond one?
Yeah, so E3D and Bamboo Lab and Bondtech joined forces to make a new hot end, which is supposed to be 30% more flow rate inside of the X1 and the P1P ecosystems. So weirdly, the Bamboo Lab printers that were being used, or some of the Bamboo Lab that were being used, and the Creality printers that were being used were mine. So all of these things got upgraded while I was there. So the P1P, the X1 Carbon, and a few other machines that were out there have got, you know, new hot ends and stuff on them. And in all intents and purposes, it works very well. But again, it's all about that flow rate. And let's be fair, you know, the Bamboo Lab stuff already had a very good flow rate on it already. I think it was 32 or 34 millimeters squared, was it? So, you know, it depends what you're printing. If you're just printing PLA and PETG and stuff like that, then so what?
You were off camera a bit ago, but what I don't like about the X1 Carbons, I have to mess with the heater and the thermistor with thermal paste and hope and try not to break the heater, the thermistor wires. Where on the two new ones they came out with, you don't have to mess with those. You just take off the sock, unclip it, and pull it out, right?
Yeah. With the A1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the A1, have I got one here? Yes, all it is, it's literally just a clip like that, and it's on a magnet. So the nozzles are on a magnet. So all you do is snap it in, push it back, job done.
Take care, Phoenix.
Super easy, super easy. I think I've got one in here. Let me see if I can dig it out.
What I did was just buy the whole thing with everything on it, and
then you got to unplug the wires. Yeah, and
so this is the hot end.
Hold on, let me move cameras.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the hot end for the P1P. This is a 0.4. So inside of here, there's a magnet. On here, sorry, there's a magnet. And all you do is you just snap it straight on, and that's it done. There's no messing around with any of that stuff. All the technology is actually this side of the hot end and just down in here. So everything's just snapped on. Again, there's no paste or any messing around. Super easy. And I think you can change this in about 20 seconds. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
No cables?
No cables. It's all the technology is outside of that. It's outside of this part. And then they sent me, there's a 0.6 here. Again, you know, it's good. It's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
I'd like to see that on the X1 Carbon, you know, like you say. I mean, if I've got two, so one of them's got a Revo hot end on it. So I've got a Bamboo Lab P1P with a Revo hot end, which is the Big Tree Tech version. So it's got it's the same kind of gubbins, but you've got you got the twist out Revo hot end. But Bamboo and E3D came up with a new kind of flow rate, and it's got that. I think it's diamond tipped or diamond something. It's got Obsidian, I think is what they call it, which has got a special paste that's coating the metal, which apparently is non-stick stuff. So it's extra hard, extra this, that, and the other. So if you're printing with stuff that is, you know, has fiber base in it.
Royal Nomi, hello. How you doing today?
Hey, Royal Nomi, how you doing? Is that an upgrade? Yeah, it is. It is an upgrade to the P1P. In fact, I'm doing a stream. So in the background here, I don't know if you can see anything in the background here. So these are all the printers I've got to review. So I've got the Elegoo Neptune thing. I've got the P1P upgrade. I've got a Mark IV Prusa down here. Then I've got a couple of printers in the background and a bunch of other stuff around the top here. I've had to move a printer out of the way completely today because I thought I might do a stream, and
don't you get a headache and get flustered when you have all this stuff and you're thinking, oh my God, when am I going to do all this? When do I have time? And it's like, oh,
Yeah, well, people don't really appreciate it. I had a bit of a war of words with somebody on Facebook a couple of days ago, and they were like, "Hey," says the guy that gets free 3D printers, and I was like, "Yeah, but the thing is, it's not really free, is it?
It's
Because
not free.
if I've got to spend 2 weeks, messing around with it, printing with it, testing it,
Yes, time
then-
is money, and it takes a long
then
time to do
maybe
videos. and make
two,
content.
3 days editing, sitting here doing that, which I hate doing, by the way. So it's a real
Yep.
chore for me to edit a video together. Which again is why I'm looking for this external editor at the minute. And again, you have to change your workflow. A lot of the stuff that I do is when I'm editing, I might do a piece to camera like this. I might just be sat here, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'll do a voiceover and a bunch of other stuff there. But this isn't for free. It isn't for free. And some companies, I would. So I put it in perspective. Okay, what I get from an affiliate link from Bamboo is I get. Put it in perspective, I get 4 times the amount through Creality. So I'd rather everybody buy a Creality printer via my affiliate link rather than they bought a Bamboo. But that's not really the point, is it? And again, the other aspect to this whole thing is that I'm trying to transition from doing a full-time job to doing this full-time. And I think people have just got to maybe appreciate that a little bit, that, oh, you're getting a free 3D printer. Well, it's a marketing exercise. All of these companies have budgets, all of them. And, everybody, anyone that's in this review industry and that's taking it somewhat seriously, people buy from people. That's the whole metric behind how YouTube works. And giving somebody, and I have to say this, giving someone a free 3D printer is not enough in a value state. It will not pay my mortgage. It will not allow me to live comfortably just by giving me a, in some cases, if you take the Creality printer, a $200 printer. And it's not me being, an arse hat or being butthurt about anything. It's a fact. You can't make money on YouTube just by doing 10-minute videos. You will make a small amount of money. You guys all know this already. You're not making thousands. You're not making a killing on this without sponsorship.
I've got around 400 videos on YouTube. I've been doing this for a very long time. My channel is very small, and I know all about what you're saying because I've filmed a lot of content and a lot of editing. And no, nothing is free. Time is money. And if you got to spend any amount of time working on anything, how much would you pay yourself for side work? $25, $30, $50 an hour? Add that up. Time is money. It takes time to make content. So even though you're receiving it free in the mail, it's not really free because you got to do all this content and follow-up videos depending on what you got for that item. The fiber laser I just received sells for almost $7,000. Wow. I'm just stoked like you wouldn't believe that Patrick from Weiss Source Engraving referred me to the company. I had multiple conversations discussing what I would do for them over time if they send this to me, and things worked out in my favor, and I'm happier than hell. And that is a huge amount of money, and that's an awful lot of printers. And I plan on making a lot of content. It's just the learning curve on fiber lasers is a lot higher than 3D printing, so I have to learn how to do things and then keep making content after content after content, video editing, and over time I will earn that. But time is money, plain and simple.
Yep. And the thing is, if you paid yourself $7,000, okay, how long would that really last you? If you having that laser, you need to make money out of that. And that's the pivot point, I think. The next thing probably for me is going to be an Etsy shop and actually selling some of the stuff that I'm creating and then making videos on how to do that. So people that then buy the products can do it themselves. There's a whole.
Don.
Sorry?
No, Don, the German 3D printing nerd popped in.
So there's a whole, raft of things. I've got 2 very, very, very large contracts that are going to be renewing in January, which I'm almost like falling over going, is this really going to happen? And that's going to facilitate me to go to America and do all the trips that I wanted to do and want to do. It's going to have me going back to China. And it's also going to be financing, the lifestyle, whatever that is. So, it just makes me laugh when I think, you're getting a print for free. And, Stephen Lightspeed said this a couple of days ago on Twitter, is that he's kind of annoyed that, someone will get a printer and then they just do one review on it and then you never see the printer on their video again. And unfortunately, technology, it's a bit like, it's a bit like CPUs or it's a bit like laptops. You buy something today, tomorrow there'll be a new, better one. And unfortunately, that's kind of the way it's going with 3D printing. And I would love to know, you know, going from an Ender 3 7 years ago and having that maybe for 2 or 3 years before something better came out. You know, what's this going to look like now? And again, that marketing strategy is going to be pivotal. And we've got big players in this now. You know, Bamboo Labs aren't messing around, you know, and everyone's going to have to pivot. So it is going to be a lot of, you know, if you take Prusa, they had 2 or 3 printers out in the last 5 years. Okay. Bamboo Lab have basically done 5 printers inside of 18 months,
year.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone could have done that. Anyone could have done that.
Yeah.
I try to review products that I want to use. I don't hit up companies or ask them for certain things unless I want to use it on a daily or weekly basis. I used to do one-off videos on diode lasers, and I'd try to do follow-ups, but then I'd get something else to mail, and I got to jump to it. If your channel gets too big and you got too much stuff waiting for you, you don't always have time to go back and do them. But if you're only reviewing, if you don't care about making money on your content, and you're only reviewing what you actually want to use, but then again, you can only make so many videos about the same thing because so many other products have came out, and then, you know, you want to keep on the bandwagon and keep current, you got to keep getting the new stuff as it comes out and keep reviewing it. As long as the person does an honest review on it and they're not blowing smoke, you know. Anyway.
So as you say, you know, I'm again, everyone's at a different pivot point, aren't they? You know, you don't see Joel Telling constantly churning out the same printer. You know, if he got the Comgrow thing, the 500 printer. Have you seen it again on his channel? No, you haven't. You haven't, and you probably never will. It's probably already been given away because again, you get into a position where, you know, it's a tricky one because if I try and give anything away to a school, the school is like, well, where's it come from? Is it safe? Can I have this warranty with it? What if it goes wrong? And all of a sudden, you're just like, it's actually too much like hard work for me to give something away for free to you because you're an institution. If it's someone that wants to tinker around with stuff, right? Well, that's all well and good. But what if it then burns their house down? Then who's liable for that? Oh, well, actually, you just gave me that thing, and now this has happened. And it's like, you know, when do you get to that point where the madness kind of ensues? And again, a lot of the stuff we were reviewing, sometimes, especially in the case of, you know, I'll give you an example. The QDX3 thing, okay, the Soval that I got recently, I didn't do reviews on them because they were so bad that I would have just trashed them, and they weren't safe, or there were problems with it. So what if I gave one of those beta versions away to somebody and it caused a fire, or it you know, wiped out a family? You know, you're constantly being given stuff that potentially could go wrong. And again, you know, Soval, they said, oh, well, you know, the reason that's gone wrong, Sam, is because you were one of the first 15. Great. It's great to be in the first 15. But if the product's not safe, you know, like you're putting everybody at risk. You're putting me and my family at risk. And that's not funny.
And don't forget, you put your name on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly that. So, you know, it's a tough old job, and people coming out and going, oh, well, you're getting a free printer. Yeah, I am getting a free printer.
Our board is basically take people seriously, you know.
Time is money. Nothing is for free, like I've said, and everybody said.
And I say this all the time, Jerry. I say this all the time. You know, time is my most valuable asset. My absolute, I can't spend it in any other ways. I can't get it back. It is what it is, and you know, it's a construct that is constantly, you know, falling away from me at all points in time.
And you have your other full-time business. You got your wife and son to think about, plus your 3D printing. So you got to try to figure out how to juggle all that and make it all work. So
exactly.
What was the problem with SVO7? The SVO7 didn't work. QD actually paid me not to release my video, and we worked it through as a beta trial. And I gave them feedback on the problems that they had with their printer. They paid me quite a lot of money actually to not release a video that would have been detrimental to their business. But you know, we're not really about that. It's about working with people, and once you get the relationships down with these companies, and you're saying, hey, look, there are these problems. Of course, we get to that point, and we've seen it before. We've seen it across a lot of different channels where, you know, Joel is a great example. Hey, this doesn't work properly. This is really dangerous. You guys need to fix this. And they don't listen to him. And then they send 12,000 units out. that's bad, you know. And again, they need to listen to that. They need to listen to their audience. And they, you know, if you're sending one of these things out to somebody and they want a positive review, they'll only get a positive review if there's a positive element to it. Otherwise, if it's a danger to something, you know, why would I waste my time with that? You know, the review, I went for I think there was 3 videos where I was literally, this is awful, that one's awful, this one's awful, and I'm putting all this like trashy content out, and I'm like, I'm worried that actually I'm going to get a name for myself as the guy that's just going to be trashing stuff all the time. So working with the companies, and again, this is what I'm saying. If you get something, you get it out of the box and things start going wrong. You know, Frozen, you know, I touched on that a little while ago. They sent me a printer. It's a resin printer, and they sent me the wrong printer. And immediately I was like, oh, I've got this great bit of camera work where I'm like, oh, it's the wrong printer. So I put it back in the box. I wrap it back up again. I say, hey, you sent me the wrong printer. Can you send the other one out and come and pick this one back up again? And they went, well, we can give you the other one at 50% off. And I was like, no, it doesn't work like that. And plus, we've already got this agreement. I said, it's fine. It's not going to work out. I'm not butthurt about it. It's absolutely fine. Come and pick this one up, and we just forget about it. And then they were like, no, actually, we'll send you the other printer and keep the other one. And I'm like, great. And so now I've got another problem. That I've got a brand new printer that I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to use it yet. So I might just do a giveaway, or I might, you know. But then that company, obviously, they've got an asset there, and they would expect probably someone that does reviews to review that printer. So I'll probably end up reviewing that one as well. But
well,
you know,
is it the 4K or the little one, the first one you got? Is it the 4K?
I think they're both 8Ks. It's the they got me the Mega and the Mighty.
Ooh, I like the
Mega Mighty.
Yeah.
I got the Mighty Sonic 4K.
I think, is that the really small one?
No, it's a big one I have. Mighty means big.
It's mid-size. I used to have that one also. I paid $500 for it. And the only deal I could get from them is they'd give me free shipping and a bottle of resin when I had that. I didn't do that many videos on it because I couldn't get my time-lapse cable to work with that printer properly. So I'd done all my videos with the Anycubic mono that I had.
Well, the thing is, Jerry, a lot of this is down to the art of negotiation. When you're talking to people, when you're getting into meetings and you're having, you know, for the bamboo meeting that I had, that was really intense because I had an NDA. This was the original meeting. And I was like, are we going to do something here? What's going to happen? I heard nothing. And then all of a sudden the printer turned up. And then this relationship started. And then when I went out to China, I was fortunate enough to meet them. There was no, you know, we got to see the A1 Mini for the first time. And that wasn't planned. We weren't going there to go and see the printer. It just got into a conversation and it happened. So, you know, again, this is a lot about fluidity and the art of negotiation and talking to people and having a relationship with people. And you know, I could show you my phone with WeChats that I've got hundreds of contacts from different Chinese companies, and they use WeChat for everything. So I might as well integrate into that network and speak to people on WeChat. That's exactly what I've done. But again, you know, as I say, it's I don't do resin. I don't tend to do a lot with lasers. And now it's kind of getting to the point where people are kind of forcing my hand that if I want to continue a relationship and go in a certain direction, then I'm going to have to kind of do stuff with that. So watch this space.
That's the one thing I won't get into is resin. I can't in here. That's too small.
I've done a few hundred resin prints. I love resin. Anycubic Spring wanted to send me their big wash and cure station a while back that sells for $500. But after I seen a couple of videos on it, people had already done and what you can and can't do with it, I couldn't in good faith review it and say anything good about it because of some of the
that's the big white one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they sent me that. I've got that in the studio. I've not done anything at all with it, but apparently you can't just cure with it. You have to wash and then cure with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's problem number one. The problem number two is if you hollow out a print, and most of my prints are hollowed, I want to put them in their vat like their earlier model where you sink it in IPA and you completely wash out the inside. With that new unit, you can't do that. So there's a bunch of things about it I don't like. I didn't want it. They sell it for $500. I said, send me that, and she already had a track. Well, she didn't have a tracking number if they were shipping out the next day. And I finally backed out of it. I said, don't. but I'm doing this big alien. If you want to send me this new printer you have, I forget which one it was, I could plug that in all my videos, and it sells for the same price as that washing cure station. Tell your company I want this, and I'll do content on it with my alien. And that never went nowhere. So they're ready to send this to me to review for X amount of dollars, and I don't want it because I can't, like I said, I can't in good faith endorse a product if I can't use it. And if it's garbage, and I don't want to do that in a video, so I just won't review it. That way I don't got to say nothing bad about it. I don't want.
I mean, I don't know what direction Anycubic think they were going in with all their recent printers. It's one of the reasons I've got their new printers, the Cobra 2s and all the rest of it. But you know, now you've got these super quick printers. It's it's crazy. There was a question there about the CEO from Bamboo. He is an absolute dude. He is insanely well spoken in the English language. He knows what he's doing. He is very, very interesting. When it was quite a moment because Scott and I were there, and he pulled back the curtain on this, on this brand new printer, and immediately I went, okay, so you're going off the Prusa. And he just sat there. He didn't say a word, actually. It was really interesting. He just sat there and he just absorbed and listened to what I was saying and what I was kind of like seeing the printer for the first time. And I think it speaks volumes. I think if you are the boss and you've just got to sit there and watch and just analyze what's being said and what's being spoken about and what, the gut feelings were on it. I think he's a very cool guy and, an insane business mind. And I think he's going to do insanely well with everything that he does. Again, former DJI engineer. And, he's got some insane people around him. And I know they've poached a lot of people over the last, 18 months. They've got a new office now in Shenzhen as well. And hopefully when I go back, possibly I'll look to go and meet them up with them again. But again, they're all really, really super nice people. And I don't think that's just because, I review their printers. I think genuinely they are, Dora Dang, for example, I went to go and see her. That was the whole reason that I went to Bamboo in the first place. And they ended up doing this whole thing. And being in China, they bought a load of Western food in for us as well, just in case we didn't want to eat the Chinese stuff. And again, it's just really, really well thought out stuff. And when the Chinese host you, they really host you. So it's not, you can't just do a 5-minute meeting. Hi, we're here. Yeah, thanks very much. Bye. You have to go and eat. You have to go and do a bunch of stuff with them. And, I found that particularly difficult to do because I'm a let's go, next thing kind of guy. And they don't work like that.
Yeah, Sebastian, I have a ultrasonic cleaner, a smaller one I used to use. I don't use it much. I've got, I forget what kind of cleaning compound, mean green or something in it. And then I have the Anycubic Wash and Cure Plus, which I still use, and I love it. Then I have one from Uniformation, which I've never used yet, but I do have one from Uniformation.
I really like Uniformation. I like their team. I think they've got a really good core team there.
I was very excited when you gave the word into Bamboo and they sent me the CMYK color. And then after like 2 weeks, the guy got fired.
Oh, who was the guy?
Travis? No. I forgot his name already. I mean, I only talked to him 3 times, and I thought it was going well, and then I tried to send him some information over, but I couldn't get in contact with him anymore.
Hey, Sam, the Little Debbie cakes that you printed out on the new A1, the Little Debbie cakes are white little Christmas trees that you printed out. Did you print out the little Christmas trees on the new printer, the new Bamboo printer? The Little Debbie cakes, they're white little Christmas trees.
Debbie cake is. It's like a cupcake. And
you printed little white Christmas trees with green frosting. You printed them out on the new printer. Didn't you print those?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought you printed them. Okay, maybe everybody else did. I watched everybody's videos on the new printer.
No, I don't think so. I printed out loads of stuff. I mean, it was barbaric how much filament I just chewed through.
Okay. Uncle Jesse did the big one. Anyway, what I was going to say was in the U.S. at Christmas time, you can buy those at Walmart. And the last couple of weeks, because I'm fat and I like sweets, I've eaten 2 or 3 boxes of them. They're really good.
I was when I was at Smurf, there was a guy that came up to me and went, "Hey, you're the guy who smashed the K1 glass front." And I went,
No.
no, that wasn't me.
Yeah, that look on his face was priceless. If that would have happened to me, I would have said something I would have had to bleep later, or actually it would have been a live stream.
That
If
is
it were
so-
me, I think I would have just thrown the whole thing off the desk at that point.
Yeah.
I think that would have been,
I would have said "OF" really loud is what I would have said.
Yeah, that was something else.
But the shot was epic.
Everybody on the stream is looking. I watched it after the fact, but if you're live, you're looking. It's like, oh no, it's moving. You don't see it, Jesse. Hey, everybody's yelling. Nobody can hear us yelling on chat. So
And there's no way.
And
you
there's
can-
always a delay.
quick enough.
yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like I say, good stuff. And I don't quite know what. I'm very interested in the direction that 3D printing is going in. I still am. I've been for a long time. I've been R2D2 building for 7 years. We were out with the builders today, just over 7 years, and I got into 3D printing when that started in that inception. So I maybe if I painted my eyelashes, I would look like Uncle Jesse. Yeah, it's that or Temu or Wish.com. Joel Telling is the other thing that we go with as well. But yeah, as I say,
Some of his eyelashes are white, aren't they? Really irritating. It kind of bugs me. And I look at him close up. It's like you look straight at his eye. But
well, it should only bother you if you're kissing him.
Yeah.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard him. I just can't think of a comeback, so I won't say anything. I'm usually good at comebacks.
So there was an Uncle Jesse printer. So I made my work by a label maker, so I could print out "Beware Uncle Jesse." This is a glass door stickers for the printers. So,
It's like if somebody has a big wart on their nose and you stare at it when you talk, and you're thinking, "Why didn't you get that burned off? Why is that there? Why didn't you do something about it?" But anyway,
the printer was 3D Chameleon, and again, that was my printer. Bill upgraded that. There was also an SK1, which is a 2 trees printer that's in the process of being upgraded to a 4-color print as well. And actually, the Chameleon system works insanely well for $180. Like that is for if you have a printer that doesn't do 4-color or more, because it will do something obscene. I think 56 colors or something ridiculous.
Yeah, the Chameleon is nice. It takes a little bit of fiddle at the beginning, but once you get it going, it's really nice.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it if you want to get into color printing with a standard printer.
Yeah, he was really kind of like, hey, can we do it with this? Can we do it with that? And I was like, he really wanted to do the V3, which is the new Ender, which is not out yet. And I was like it's in beta. I can't really mess around with it too much. I can't show it. I can't do a live stream with it or anything like that yet. So, I was like, let's keep away from that. And he was like, what about one of the bamboos? Let's do something with the bamboo because it's all software delivered. So it's G code. It's all run through that process. So you don't actually have to do anything to the machine really, other than put one switch on it. Because when it homes, it basically then knocks a switch and that activates the motors. And stuff. Yeah.
We currently have 42 people watching, 28 on YouTube and 14 on Twitch, guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smash that like button on YouTube.
Like, subscribe, share, follow, donate. Everything is welcome.
Yeah, what's up with the likes?
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube window open, so I don't know what the likes are on YouTube.
I do, but let me maybe
refresh.
Refresh.
Yeah, when you refresh the page, it'll change the number. But yeah, please like everybody. Liking is free. It's a click away. If you're on your TV, you just go up on the remote and over to the right and click. It's very simple.
Oh, much better. Okay. For some reason, it wasn't updating.
Okay.
Oh.
I only showed 3. That's why. Much better.
Well, mine shows 9.
For some reason. Oh. There we go. Fixed.
Appreciate it, everybody. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, donate.
Yeah, I used to like to build printers from scratch. Like I built a Prusa bear and 2 SKR bears, and I loved doing it. And then I got the bamboo, and I said, "This is it."
If you want to get into 3D printing, you've never done it before, you're thinking about it, you ask yourself 2 questions. Do you want to make stuff, or do you want to tinker with printers? Do you want to work on printers all the time, or do you want to make stuff? So there's 2 things right there.
My first printer, which is an i3 duplicator by Wanhao, it used to catch fire. The boards used to smoke, and the reason for that was that later on they developed, the capacitors and stuff for the hotbeds and whatnot, and they didn't have it. It had this long board, and it would always smoke, and the cable wasn't rated for the right stuff. And as I say, if you started this 7 years ago and you stuck with it to now, I get why people are kind of a little bit, upset or excited about various things. Naturally, humanity, for whatever reason, always wants to cast doubt on stuff. It's going to be rubbish. Oh, let's see how long that's going to last. I bet it's a load of crap. As soon as you get out of the box, it's going to be dreadful. And some printers are like that.
Will never last.
Exactly, yeah. And yet, I had a support query this week with Bamboo, and they solved it. I didn't go in there going, "Don't you know who I think I am?" or any of that. They were just like, "Okay, no problem at all. It's under warranty. We'll send you the parts. Job done." And I'm like, "Thank you." It's sort of, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And again, I've still got Ender printers. I've still got a lot of the Ender 3S1 Pro, whatever it was called. It's crazy to think that was just out earlier on this year, and then they bought out another 3 more Ender 3 printers in that time.
I got into printing in 2017. My first printer was a CR10. I think they'd been out for 3 or 4 months at the time that I bought mine. And I was on a Creality group. Years ago, I looked at 3D printers. They were wood and they looked corny, and I didn't come back and look at them. I work construction. I just kept working. Then years later, I'm on the website, and I seen some stuff from Kevin Sharp, a bunch of models he printed from Sanix at 250%, because Kevin Sharp used to print everything at like 250%. They were beautiful. So then I bought a 3D printer, and that's where it all started. And I got on Sanix's group. I started buying and printing models. And then it got carried away, and people come over here to my house. They look at everything. It looks like Santa's workshop. I got so much stuff, and here, there, everywhere, in boxes, another room. It's just ridiculous how much stuff I got. So now when I print something, it's either specifically for a video, which of course, if you do a video on something, you got to print content. So I'm searching all over the place, trying to find something I haven't made before, so I can have cool stuff in the video. And then a lot of that stuff sets. So it's just knickknacks and stuff everywhere. But I try to print things that I want that I can actually use for something nowadays. I try to be more careful. And now that I got the new fiber laser, that's a whole new hobby that I'm getting in. So, and then I've got my MK2, from Raleigh, the Lasermatic MK2. That's a 10/20 watt. Sergio has a 10/30 watt that he's working with. It's that orange one behind him. Beautiful machine. It's an all-in-one unit. Just got to vent everything outside. The only thing downfall about the whole machine is that it needs a better exhaust fan. The one it comes with works, but it's best to remove that fan in the back in the enclosure and have a regular big fan to exhaust everything outside. But it's a wonderful machine. Yeah. It's a wonderful machine. And I do have a small CNC out in the garage. I haven't been out there since all summer. I wasn't out in the garage working. It's the Same Smart 4040 Pro. I've got a Makita router. I got a Makita router on it, and I have a real big exhaust system. I got a Harbor Freight 2 horsepower dust extractor. I bought a great big filter for it off of a semi truck. It's like $180. Got it mounted on the wall, and that's all set up in the trash can. I need to get back out in the garage and start filming more content, but I've been really tied up with the fiber laser, and I'm working on the Alien, and I watch Netflix too much and Disney or whatever else. So I'm trying to juggle all these things.
Busy man.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm retired, so I have no time. And I see people like Sam that have full-time jobs. Tripod is a great example. He has a full-time job, and he finds time for his family and all these videos. Like, wow, how do you find time? I'm retired. I don't have enough time. The day goes by that quick. Like right now, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:15 here in Vegas.
Tripod, you're right. Tripod is a remarkable human being. He has 3 jobs, YouTube, and he's a full-time complainer. You know, you can't take it away from him. You really can't.
3
Hey,
jobs.
Phil, love you, Phil. Love you,
Hey,
Phil.
Phil, how you doing, buddy?
I reckon he's got his shirt off and he's all oiled up on his sofa. He'll have a leather sofa at home. I know where he lives. He's
Foundation, I love it. Great
He's
show.
going
I've seen
to be all oiled up, top off, hairy chest.
Don't make it too graphic, please.
I'm heavily into zombies and sci-fi and everything. So I got just about every streaming service you can think of. Not all, but I got a lot of them. And I watch everything current. So yeah, Foundation is great. Love it.
I gotta check.
And believe it or not, guys, the real Sam Prentice doesn't watch Doctor Who, and I guess he's never watched Doctor Who. Can you believe that?
Who? No.
Yeah.
A colleague of mine was in it, and a colleague of mine supplied the Dalek for whatever the scene was recently. And
cool.
yeah, we were talking about that today. No, I don't watch it. I just in the 80s when it was on, it just wasn't a thing that I was.
It was
really
corny back then. Yeah, it was corny.
Yeah.
It was like the Muppets or something.
People that
You know
grew up-
what confused me with Doctor Who is he kept changing, and as a child, constantly changing stuff. It's confusing.
Yeah, you regenerate that way. You get a new actor in there for the next couple seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had to watch it in English because there was no German translation.
I'm not going to
that time.
spoil it, but the newest show that they just had out on Disney is pretty hilarious. Because I thought David Tennant was going to stick around, but maybe he is, maybe he isn't. So I don't know.
I think he's one of the best Doctor Who's, David Tennant.
Yeah, well, he's back, but I'm not sure if he's leaving again. So I'm not going to blow it, but anyway. Yeah, Rebel Moon looks really good. I'm waiting for that to come out. Very cool. Let's see who's streaming.
Make a Viking.
Somebody's playing with a pen. Pen. Somebody's playing around with a pen or something. I hear pen snapping. Oh,
Well, guys,
right.
I think I'm going to raid into Maker Jack on deck on Twitch for everybody watching on Twitch. I'm going to raid over. They've got 34 people currently watching. Then everybody on YouTube, I'll be saying goodbye. I will be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. Be sure to check out the Laser Maker's Realm tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure what that is Pacific, but they'll be on with Patrick, Rich Daily Hobby Guy, and Steve, Hobo with Wood. We all get together every 2 weeks, and they got a lot of great content all about lasers. So you might want to check that out tomorrow. Sam Prentice, Matt, Sergio, Zach, everybody, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're all amazing people. I appreciate you coming on every
You're
week.
also amazing.
I enjoy chatting with everybody. And subscribe to everybody here. Check out their channel. Check out my channel. I'm a little around 5,200 subs, so help my channel on YouTube grow. Share out the content. Trying to grow the channel so it gets nice and big. And everybody have an awesome day. I'm going to start the raid right now for everybody on Twitch. And the raid will get going here in just a second. 5 seconds. 4 seconds.
Bye, everybody. Love you. Love you, Jerry.
That's not the English goodbye wave. That's
Here goes the raid,
like
guys.
the thing.
Twitch. Take care, everybody.